the Indo-US Nuclear Pact, Taurus Lagna. So what, is it a good pact or it is a bad pact? Which planet is rising in Lagna? What do you mean by Mars rising in Lagna? What does it indicate? Mars is very aggressive, very military kind of warlike planet. When Mars is in the Lagna, see, this Jataka will always tell you the truth of what is happening. Okay? So when a pact is signed at this moment, it is indicating with Mangal in Lagna, means this pact is going to lead to a very powerful axis being formed. Mars is military. So it is possible that the two countries will have better military ties. Is it not? Mars is the seventh lord, it is coming to the Lagna. Seventh lord is a partner. Whenever we make a chart for the signing of an agreement, for the signing of or of a cricket match, the Lagna always indicates home country. The seventh house is the opposite party or the outside country. So in this chart, Taurus is India. Scorpio will be taken as America. Lord of Scorpio is in Lagna. That means America is dominating over the agreement. 12th Lord is in Lagna. That means India will be having some expenditure. Lot of big expenditure will come for India now. The expenditure, why 12th Lord in Lagna is expenditure coming? 12th Lord is expenditure, khacha. If Lagna Lord and the 12th Lord, if Lagna Lord is in 12th or the 12th Lord is in Lagna, it means expenses coming up. So if 12th, it can be captivation provided it is in the 12th house. 12th house is the house of captivation. But Lagna is not the house of captivation. The 12th is the house of freedom and captivation. Freedom and captivation are both interlinked. If malefics are there in the 12th house, it is captivation. If benefics are there, freedom. So 12th house is a very important house. You must understand, when benefics are in the 12th house, the person is basically by nature a very free person. When malefics are in 12th house, the person is captivated by those grahas which are there. They try to capture him. They do Pap Kartari Yoga on the Lagna. They do Papa Yoga on the Lagna. So malefics in the 12th house are not good. For example, if Saturn is in 12th house, many people say it is good. I say it is not good. In any horoscope you see, Ketu in the 12th house is very bad for marriage. So 12th house is a very peculiar house. Malefics in that house are not welcome. Because that is a house of sleeping. If you do not sleep well, you will not have any energy in your system. Okay? So, 12th Lord has come to Lagna. That means expenses will come up. What expenses will come up? Mars. What is Mars? Military spending. She is right. The India is going to start huge military spending now. Straight away you can see from the chart and say, it will happen. This is how you study the chart. 12th Lord in Lagna is Mangala and military spending will come up. 7th Lord in Lagna is Mars, so it is the partner. The partner is signing the pact. Why is the partner signing the pact? It has got military interest to sign the pact. What is India's interest? See the Lagna Lord of India? Lagna Lord is in the 9th house. So India wants to be a global player. 9th house is the world view. India wants to come into the world map. India is also being ambitious. Both countries are gaining something or the other. America is gaining better military sales. India will buy military equipment. 7th Mars is there. It is good for India also. We will have more military equipment. But why is India doing this? Lagna Lord in 9th house. We want to improve our global image. Shukra means we want to be seen as a modern, developed nation. We want to become a global player. Lagna Lord in 9th. We want to do that. If we don't want, like we want a UN seat, Security Council seat. If we don't want a UN Security Council seat, why we will sign this agreement? Right? Because we want those things, that is why we are doing it. The idea is to take India forward. It is both ways. Right? What are the other planets you saw? What is Surya indicating? Where is the sun?
Sun in the 10th house on the close.
Fourth Lord is in the 10th house. What does fourth house have to do? Fourth house has to do with territory of the country. When the fourth Lord is in the 10th house having Digbala, one of the important outcome, hidden outcome, there is something called hidden outcomes, Agreement is being signed about nuclear, civil nuclear power. It has got no connection with UN Security Council seat. Does it have? It does not have. But keeping that in the mind, they are signing it. You have to see all the hidden things. You don't have to see only what is visible. You have to see what is not visible. So, are you able to see it? What I'm trying to say? The pact is about something, but we are able to see so many things from the pact. So, India is going to sort out the mess regarding its territory. Perhaps India is the only country in the world whose map drawn by India map. Have you seen India map? You try to go to London and buy an India map. Even the map of India is not the same. Somebody is making some map, somebody else is making some other map, somebody else is making some other map. We are making some other map. The whole thing is a farcical situation. So the map of India is to be now firmly drawn. In Bangladesh, for example, Bangladesh border, there are places inside India which belong to Bangladesh. Really, there is no reason for that place to belong to Bangladesh. Similarly, there are places inside Bangladesh which belong to India. It is a complete farcical situation. Those people cannot be in touch with normal India. Bangladeshis cannot be in touch with Bangladesh. There is a lot of cross-border movement, and the whole thing is very, the border is not really sealed, if I can use the word.
Soft border.
It's an extremely soft border, extremely unsafe border. It's a mess. God knows why that thing is continuing still. They need to sort it out. Similarly, there is a Burma saying they have to sort out all these things. See, did you see today's paper? China and India are now at a very high level of the discussions about border disputes. You see today's paper. When was the America thing signed? And see today's paper. The advantage of an important chart like this, it gives you an idea of what is going to happen in the future. So fourth Lord in the 10th is Surya. Right? So it is very good for our border matters. We will solve the border matters. We should solve our border matters. Either this way or that way, we have to solve our border matters sooner or later. We can't keep things hanging forever. It's been 50 years since independence. Okay? Now, where is the fifth Lord, Mercury? Fifth Lord is in the 11th. In debility. Fifth Lord indicates the population of the people or the population. The fifth Lord in a Kendra from fifth house indicates that the people are perceiving this in many, many ways. Because the fifth Lord is in debility, it means the people, there is a section of the people who are thinking that the ideals have been compromised. Why? Because it is debilitated. Debilitated means, it's like Lagna Lord debilitated, no ideals. Lagna Lord exalted, very high ideals. So if the fifth Lord is debilitated, the ideals have been compromised. They have the old non-aligned movement and the non-aligned, India used to be a non-aligned country. That whole thing has gone to the dustbin. When you look at this Indo-US nuclear deal, and you think about non-aligned movement, you wonder what the hell is going on. You see the point? Non-alignment has become a farce now. That means the non-alignment was valid at a time when there was a bipolar world. It was Russia or America. Those who didn't want to be a part of it became non-aligned. But when that thing is over, so non-alignment also ceases to have its relevance. You're not aligned to whom? So naturally, India had also got to define its future position. And the way Vajpayee ji had already developed it with Clinton, the new axis called the democracy axis had to develop. Clinton and Vajpayee developed it, and Bush and Manmohan Singh have now formalized it. It is not something that has happened. If you have been following very calmly over the last 10 years, this had to happen. It was going to happen. It was called the democracy axis. It has developed. So non-aligned is over. Ideals are changing. Trade, you see, from the 5th house, Mercury is very strong. Gets Nichabhanga. That means trade, commerce, business, money is in the minds of the people. And people are prepared to compromise on issues like non-alignment and things like that for the purpose of better economics. Am I being understood? Compare this chart to the independence chart. In independence chart also we have Taurus Lagna, but Mercury is in 3rd house. And it is with so many planets. Where is Mercury in the independence chart? 3rd house, no? Right. And it is sitting with so many planets. So that means the people do not have an opinion. So many opinions are being forced on their heads. And that is why the population of India is divided. So from independence to about 2000, you can see the entire population of India was divided. Oh, this fellow is this caste, this fellow is that caste, that fellow is this one, that fellow is that one. Yadav Muslim equation, the Oriya this equation, all kinds of farcical things. But in the days to come, people don't care anymore. Only one language will talk: money. Only one language. You can see it from the chart. Mercury as the 5th lord, it has gone to debility in the 11th house. No other language. All these ideals and all that we speak of is over. It may be sad for some, but this is the truth. Don't be judgmental. What is to happen is to happen. Okay? This is the way I read 5th lord in the 11th. What else do you mean by 5th lord in the 11th? People are going to have wealth. People are going to become very rich. Very, very rich people. India is going to become the golden eagle again. This is the meaning of what I read from this chart. It is very clear. Do you know how many billionaires are there in India? 27.
More than China.
Oh yeah, China has 10. China has 10, nowhere near, nowhere close by also. And this is 27 of those who have declared their income taxes. Have you got any idea of what happens in this country? Let us not talk about the gold and the diamonds that are stacked and hidden away. Most of the gold trade and this thing is in cash.
Mercury is sitting with Rahu and Moon. What does it mean?
That means after total money na sahab. With Rahu money, it's 2 number ka to pata nahi. If there are 27 declared billionaires, there will be 54 undeclared billionaires. Really, it is a fact. Yes, in the 11th with Rahu. Rahu. Ketu in the 5th.
Lord and Rahu.
Yeah, Ketu is in 5th house, which shows the people are going to become very spiritual.
But the fifth house is being affected by Saturn and Rahu. Both. So maybe that house also will fall under some sort of error.
So that means the population is going to come down. Yes, it will. This is what it is indicated. It will happen. No. 5th Lord is with Rahu. And 5th house is aspected by Rahu and Saturn. Population will go down. That is why the ideals are being compromised, because Lagna is the ideals. Lagna Lord is in Badak, in Saturn sign. So the country wants to be in the global picture, right? That there should not be like people in the US maybe 20 years back would say, where is Orissa? Where is Delhi? India, where is India? But now everybody knows where is India. And we want that global positioning, because 9th house is the world view. We want to have a higher world view. India wants to be a global player. It is because of that is why all this is happening. Otherwise, if you don't want to be a global player, you want to be happy with what you're doing, why do you? It won't affect you, na? Kyun ho raha hai? Oh yes, there will be problems. It is not going to be easy. You can see, and the Badak house is Capricorn, China. There are other contenders. China is going to also, China will not want another Security Council member right next door. You want to be boss, you want to be independent, you want to be... It is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. That is not bad. 9th Lord aspecting 9th house is good. 9th Lord aspecting 9th house is good. But Badakesh, see, when we talk of Badakesh, the houses that he aspects other than the Badak house, because Badak is his own house, right? So why would he will not harm his own house? The other houses he will harm. Which are the other houses he is harming? 5th house, 12th house. Expenditure. Huge expenses. Military. Yeah. People already have no number capacity. We have a parallel economy. We hope that with the cutting down of the tax, mad tax regime, and that is already 33% is our maximum. The US is 39%. You see, so from the tax viewpoint, there was a time we had draconian 80% taxes. In Indira Gandhi's time, 80%. 100 rupees you earn, 80 rupees you pay tax. Who will earn money? Nobody will declare the income. So, they brought it down to 33 now. They have done it over a period of time. Narasimha Rao se leke ab tak. But the tax laws are still very complex. They need to simplify that. They got to come down to what was, what we call a typical India dharma system, Chaut. 1/4 for the country, 1/4 for this, 1/4 for that. That's the best system. Simple, straight. Whatever is your income, pay 1/4, be done with it. We don't want any more. All this complicated, this, that, this taxation, this minus, that plus, you donate there, then you get that. Finish up the whole thing. The more complicated you make it, the more corruption will be there in the system. But that will not go so easily, it will go slowly.
How do you apply
5th Lord with Rahu indicates many Indians will go abroad from the viewpoint of money matters. For trade, India will start going out for trade.
What does it mean that the population will come down?
That the population has touched 1 point, how much are we now? 10 billion? 1 billion?
He was asking that
1 billion or more? 1.2 billion. 1.2 now. No, but I think the population has already stabilized in many states. If you have got information, if you have been observing, like Orissa is one of the states, my state, where it is actually stagnated and started coming down. Orissa is already falling, Kerala has stagnated. Bihar was the one which was going up.
people are actually having
Less children now. The population is actually stagnating now in many parts.
This thing is independent of the deal.
This deal will only accelerate the process of fall.
He thought that maybe
Population.
there was a nuclear bomb or something and that's the population.
No. There will not be, believe me, nobody is going to blow a nuclear bomb because purely from the reason of economics. Number one, when you blow a bomb, the price of the bomb is gone. You can't sell it anymore. You see, the problem with the politicians of India and Pakistan is they always weigh the options. Number one, if I sell the bomb, how much money I will get? And two, if I blow it, how much I will get? If you blow it, you get nothing. If you sell it, you get tons of money. Everything is economics. You can see that. Economics is going to dominate the thinking of the people. Mercury. Territory is not going to, because fourth lord is in 10th.
But the Pada of 4th house, A4 and A11
Pada of 4th house has not got to do with actual territory. So physical territory is the 4th lord. Pada of 4th house is Sukha. Who's bothered about Sukha nowadays?
A11 and A4 join.
Those don't complicate issues.
I would actually, this gentleman was saying that we made some different times from nuclear. I was thinking maybe from the 6th house.
No, only thing we are very, it's like this. We could have got sickness, but if you look at the deal very carefully, the international safeguards will come. This is what we want. You see, we Indians are very scared that given if we leave it to our own engineers like MCD to handle something like a nuclear power station, we had it. We don't need Pakistan to blow India up. They will blow us up. Somebody will take some 10% commission or 2% commission in making some rod and some pushing it, some corruption somewhere down the line, the quality will be compromised and they'll blow it up. They'll just blow up the reactors themselves. You don't need any means to do that. And it is not that somebody made a mistake. It is just that 10% thing that will blow it up. Our only alternative is when we have international safeguards, the quality standards should be ensured. Frankly, it is good for India. We are safer if we have those quality standards because we ourselves have lost the sense of quality.
So how would you read the 8th lord in the 6th house in this chart?
It is good. End of enmity. Jupiter in the 6th is end of enmity. In a very peculiar way it has happened. Viparita Raj Yoga. In a very peculiar way. Calmly observe what Bush did while going from here back to America. Where he went. So 8th lord in the 6th is taking place. Chinese are already here. They are talking about sorting out the border issues. We should be done in a year. It is very good. From every viewpoint, it is superb from India, excepting the population.
6th lord is also not, it's a significant aspect in this case.
Yes, it is a very, very good, very good Muhurtha chart. Whoever has picked the Muhurtha has picked up a super Muhurtha. No doubt of that. Very good Muhurtha chart.
Why do you say about the population is bad? I mean, is it just a general breakdown of the population?
No, Saturn and Rahu are as. Diseases could come. So many things could come. Haven't you seen this scare of that, what is that?
Yeah, that's what we got.
Bird flu, shadow flu, this, that, brain fever. Ketu is it, brain fever. You are right. She's right.
That actually was a question. Is it a normal lowering of the population thing? Or there is something external happening to you?
Naturally something external will happen. Something will happen. Okay, now, having studied the whole chart from the Lagna, next is to study it from Arudha. Where is Arudha Lagna? In Kanya. Now make Kanya as the first house and look at all the planets and tell me which planet is good and which planet is bad. Correct. Mars is very good in the 9th house. So that means our protection is increasing. Venus in the 5th is very superb. She is right. What about the 7th house?
Mercury, Rahu and Moon are in opposition. They are standing on the road.
Right. That means terrorism, this Rahu is going to increase. Terrorism will increase in the country. In rapid measures, terrorism will increase. What else? Moon with Rahu, Shakti. Terrible terrorism will increase. The population could be really in fear.
Even after, immediately after that, there was a bomb blast and all that.
Yes, this will increase. Everywhere they are finding bombs. Every time Bombay they have just found bombs. Have you read that? Everywhere they are finding bombs now.
That you just insisting by
Badak, Rahu and Badak from Aruda. Rahu Chandra Yoga and Badak from Aruda. Saturn in the 11th from Aruda. Lot of income. Income will shoot up. The labor income will shoot up. That means overall the cheap labor story which was there in India, that is going to end. In the next 10 to 15 years, that cheap labor story will be over. Indian labor will also become expensive. Labor will go up. No. That is good. When Saturn is giving you money, you will get a lot of money. And look at the signs. From money point of view, Jupiter in 2nd, Saturn in 11th. What do you want? All planets are really superb, excepting Rahu in Badak with debilitated Mercury. Completely bad combination. Terrorism. Maybe.
People might see it in the letter and see it as a mistake.
Whose mistake? It is not. Ketu is a mistake. Rahu is not a mistake. Rahu is something that is done deliberately. With full mind. Full application of mind. Rahu is complete and total application of mind. Ketu is a mistake. Terrorists are of two kinds. One, who actually believe in God and who actually believe that what they are doing is good for their religion or their faith. That is a mistake. But when planned and the bombing that is done, that is Rahu. Because somebody has applied the mind to that planning. In 9/11, aeroplanes went and hit the thing. Somebody master planned that whole thing, is it not? Whoever will master plan it, that person will be ruled by Rahu. You must clearly differentiate. The pilot is ruled by Ketu. Rahu and Ketu need each other for their operation. Rahu cannot work without Ketu, Ketu cannot work without Rahu. It's a very peculiar situation. Why? Because Rahu has got only head, he does not have hands to execute. Ketu has got very powerful hands to execute, but he doesn't have a head that will think. So Rahu and Ketu need each other. Okay? That is going to go up. So that was our understanding. So Rahu is definitely bad.
It can also bring like peace will be a question.
Peace definitely will be a big question.
But that will be because of terrorism or...
Will this also happen? Which part it will happen more? Mercury means north, so it will happen North India more. It will happen the entire North India plane, Mercury plane. Which place is ruled by Mercury? Varavira's Brihat Samhita? Uttar Pradesh, the entire UP belt. Uttar Pradesh is ruled by Mercury.
But will be terrorism only or the money matters will also come in?
So many things. Money matters will also come in. Kidnappings will go up. Rahu with Moon. Kidnapping will go up. Terrorist extortion.
Terrorism from them, the independence is in the North Indian region more.
Yes. Because if you see in the Indian independence chart, 5th house is ruled by Mercury. So when Mercury is getting hit, when Mercury is indicating the population and Mercury takes a beating, that means it will happen more in the northern part of the country. If the 5th lord is Mars, then it will happen in the south part of the country. If it is Surya, it will happen in the east. Depending on who is the lord. What is the house? Wherever the house is, that is where it will happen.
Should we move to south?
No, that will be cowardice. See your own horoscope. That will depend on your own chart. Even if you plan to move to south, say you have to get blown up by terrorists, the day you will plan and the day you will catch the train, that train will have a bomb. So it is not going to work. So it all depends upon your own horoscope. Your Arudha should not have Rahu in 3 or 8th house. If it has, still also it is better. At least you will not suffer and die. Ek jhatke mein nikal gaya. It is not halal. God can do jhatka or He can do halal with you. If it is halal, you will have disease. 10 years disease. When it is jhatka, one shot, one bomb, something over. So question of what is good and what is bad is up to you to choose. What is God doing with you? So, if you on principle agree that there should be no jhatka and no halal, then God will say, okay, then I will throw away the weapon and I will choose some other means. Okay? This chart is clear now. Just the Rashi chart. Acha. Prashna. The next question was a Prashna. What was the Prashna Lagna? Simha Lagna. Please tell the chart.
Simha Lagna.
Those of you who don't have the chart can write it now.
Ketu in second.
Simha Leo Lagna. Ketu in second.
Jupiter in third. Venus in...
Slowly.
In retrograde.
Leo Lagna.
Ketu in second, Jupiter in third in retrogression. Venus in sixth. In seventh. Mercury, retrograde, and Rahu in 8th.
Mercury and Rahu in 8th.
Mangal and Moon in 10th.
Mars and Moon in 10th house. In Taurus.
Saturn in 12th.
The Prashna. This is a Prashna chart in which we want to know that the elections are going to be, a referendum is going to be held. What is the referendum? Yes. Right now it is one country.
Who asked the question?
Right now it is one country. Right now it is one country called Serbia and Montenegro. Montenegro is today with Serbia. It is actually two countries. They are having separate governments, but they are having one foreign ministry. Only one foreign ministry, and therefore they are in many matters they are forming as a union. Question is whether Montenegro must continue in this union or should leave this union. The question was asked by a person who is genuinely interested for the welfare of Montenegro.
What will be take the place of the person? No, what challenge?
This is this thing. The Prashna is asked by the person. So the person asking this thing is the Lagna. So the Lagna is indicating the person who is asking the question. Try to describe this person to me. Take Lagna indicating the person.
Because this Lagna Lord is Surya. So the person in authority And he's a master guide also, so he could give mention.
Yes, he is a person in great authority, no doubt about it. Okay? What is his stand? Does he support?
Well, he supports because he's gone to 7th house, so he supports, he is on the other side, maybe according to his chart.
So, becoming independent is Lagna. Continuing in the partnership with Serbia is, the person asking is from Montenegro. Okay? So, the person going to the 7th house means, 7th house is partnership. Heart of hearts, he wants partnership. Okay? Fine. What else? Heart of hearts, he wants partnership. But then Surya is also looking at Lagna. So he is a neutral sort of. Okay, so which is the house? Which is the house? The question is pertaining to which house?
This house.
Why 5th house?
10th house is no.
Why 10th house?
Because it's whether it's
9th house. The independence.
Or partnership.
That is a very, the closest so far is 7. Closest so far is 7. But that is still not the correct answer. 7th house is continuing in partnership. 4th house is continuing in territory or breaking territory. First find out, in any Prashna, the most important thing is to carefully apply your mind and find out which house is the Prashna in. It is called the Prashna Bhaava. The mind is in which Bhava? It is very crucial. If you do not get the Bhava correctly, your entire Prashna analysis will go wrong. Prashna Bhava is the Bhava on which the Prashna is based. Here the Prashna Bhava is 4th house. It is about the territory of Montenegro. Will the territory of Montenegro be with Serbia, or will the territory become independent from Serbia? That is the question. That is a referendum. Elections are going to take place. Referendum will take place in June. What do you say? Where is the 4th Lord?
10th house.
4th Lord is in 10th house having Big Bala. And with an exalted moon, and it is aspecting the Lagna. But moon is 12th Lord. And it is exalted.
It will probably be lost from this person.
Mars
moon is also Rudra Yoga.
Rudra Yoga. People of Montenegro are great warriors, sir. Keep that in mind. Correctly indicated by Mars. There are two sections of the people. The whole population of Montenegro today is divided into two parts. One half is fully supporting to be with Serbia. Other half says, no, we must have our own independence and freedom. Why is it so? Because there are two lords of the 4th house. One is Mars, who is having Digbala, and it is fighting with Chandra, and who wish to continue in the relationship because of 10th house. They are telling that our relationship should continue in foreign affairs only. Otherwise they are independent. Montenegro is independent, Serbia is important. They are having common foreign affairs ministry and 2-3 other ministries are common. Otherwise they are a federation, they are totally free. So large section Mars wants that the same should continue. Ketu says, no. We split. Why? Ketu is in 2nd house of family. We would like to define our own family. We are different from the Serbs.
Sanjay, when I was speaking, maybe.
Yeah, go on.
You see, the 5th Lord is retrograde.
Right, but it's in 3rd house in Marana Karaka in bad
So
shape.
I'm thinking they're going backwards, they're not moving forward. The people want to go back.
Yes.
So they are opposed rather than to partial.
So tell me what will happen.
the second lord, Ketu, which will always reflect here, is making loss.
Totally.
Even the 10th Lord also rules from the 6th house.
The 6th house shows again the people. Yes, that's one of the ideals that is Varga Karasthana shows low ideals. So they are willing to compromise on ideals.
The most important thing, the two houses, Lagna and the Prashna Bhaava. Lagna Lord is aspecting Lagna, 4th Lord is aspecting 4th house, 4th Lord is having Digbala, both are Agni planets, Mars and Sun having tremendous Agni balas. That means the Prashna will be successful. That means the referendum will take place, and are they going to become independent? Mars is having more Digbala and strength than Ketu. Ketu is very weak.
Yes.
So, Mars will win. That means they will continue in what position they are continuing.
They will continue to accept it. Because Arun is also there.
Yes.
Chandra is also.
Arun is also there.
Which Chandra?
They will be known as a team.
Yes.
Even if we say the Prashna, the Vargas is Sunday.
Right now, Montenegro, people know if they break away, then just like any other tiny Croatia, something, nobody will even know that such a country exists. In fact, you open the map, sometimes some countries are there, you have to search for them. Really search. Then you don't get it, you go to the internet and type the name and try to find these countries. One tiny little village converted into a country. You see that? So it is obvious from here that Mars will dominate. What does the army want? That will happen. Yes? Vargotam? Pakka. Exalted Navamsa? So ho gaya. So definitely Pakka. So Sun and Mars will win. Is there a possibility that this person can come to power and be the new president of the country? Sun is an exalted Navamsa. है ना? आपने देखा है ना? And when we say exalted Navamsa मतलब वो भाग्यम है उसका, whose भाग्य बहुत उज्जवल है. Today Lagna Lord is in 7th house. Today his wife is in danger. There is no doubt. I have asked him to double his security and all that stuff. They will definitely try to shoot him out. But in the days to come, he is getting American support, and all the support is getting from, I think, the Queen, and from there in the US also is getting support. He will likely to win. Very strongly, this man is a hardcore Democrat. He wants democracy to come to that country. That this madness must go. This feudalistic, communistic ideas must get out. Democracy should come. Montenegro. That is good. Even stronger. Sun with Ketu is very strong. That is why his life is in danger. Especially in the past. Navamsa.
will take in divisional results.
Yes. Divisional may actually depend which divisional, especially Navamsa. Very important. But if you are seeing a personal chart, in a personal chart, if you have the Karaka of the particular Varga, if the Karaka of the Varga is in Marana Karaka in that Varga, that divisional chart is hit very badly. Very badly it will get hit. You see any horoscope? You see horoscope where Shukra is in 6th, but from the Bhava. For example, Navamsa. Navamsa, which is the house we are seeing? 7th house. So Shukra must be in Marana Karaka from 7th house. Why is it from Lagna? From the Bhava. See, the Varga has to do with a certain Bhava. For example, Shukra in the 12th house. You take any Navamsa with Shukra in the 12th house. Serious problem. Unless the Shukra is extremely well placed, it is serious problem in marriage. Serious problems in marriage. Okay.
10th house is from the 10th house.
Mercury.
The smart also it will be from 10th house.
It is from 10th house. For example, somebody has got Mercury in 4th house. They will be telling, I got Mercury in Kendra and this and that and that and that. Nothing. I've seen one case, Dhanu Lagna, Mercury was in 4th house. Everybody was telling him, fantastic, this, that, this. Mercury aate, your business will finish, collapse, you will be on the road. Then I told him, wait for Ketu to come, you will again become millionaire. He again become, today he is the biggest name for HDFC loans for housing finance and all that stuff in Mumbai. Plus, from the Karaka house.
Like in Indo-US chart, 6th house was affected by Rahu and Saturn. Yet 9th house is affected by Rahu and Saturn.
Yes.
So it means their global position is going to be some sort of a...
Yes, because the present regime is supposed to be a highly corrupt regime. I don't know what is there to them. Very bad name they have got, very bad reputation the present regime has got. So this is how we saw the Prashnas. Okay, somebody was telling me they don't know how to see Prashna chart. How do you see Prashna chart? What are the main principles of seeing Prashna chart? Right? We need to know what are the main principles in any Prashna. First principle is all the rules that you have read about Jataka, horoscopy, will fully apply to Prashna. All the rules will fully apply. 1, 2. Varga charts will not apply in the same manner. You cannot use Navamsa for spouse or Dvadasamsa for parents in Prashna. You cannot do that. So the first rule is the Rashi Chakra. All the rules that you apply for Jataka will apply to the Prashna. Second rule, the Vargas are to be studied differently. Now, who will tell me? For example, if I have to see spouse, from which divisional chart I will see spouse? D12. Dvadasamsa is for wife. In Prashna, Dvadasamsa is for wife. In which one I will see father? There is nothing called D45 in Prashna. Prashna does not use D45. Prashna uses only how many Vargas? Shodasha Varga. See, when we talk of divisional charts, how many schemes are there? There are 4 schemes. Right? One is Shodasha Varga, one is Dasha Varga, one is Sapta Varga, 7 Vargas, and Shad Varga, 6 Vargas. Right? So, in Jataka, we use Dasha Varga normally. 10 Vargas we used in Jataka. In Raaja Jaataka, that is the horoscopes of kings and big people, we use Shodasha Varga. 16 Vargas. Why? Their lineage is very important. Your great-grandfather did some very terrible karma, so not only will you suffer, but your people will also have to suffer. We have to see that. So Shodasha Varga for Raaja Jaataka. Then we have mundane charts. You know what are mundane charts, right? In mundane charts, we use mundane charts is like horoscope of countries like we were doing just now. Just now we did mundane charts. Indo-US nuclear deal like that. Shad Varga. And in Prashna, Sapta Varga. 7 Vargas. And you should know which Varga is to be used for what purpose in Prashna. Prashna 1 Varga or a divisional chart can be used for multiple purposes. For example, Navamsa has to do with father. Navamsa also has to do with the past. Navamsa is the past. Rashi is Vartaman, means now, for 1 year. From now, for a period of 1 year, Rashi chart will apply. And Dreshkana is for future, Bhavishyat. Which Dreshkana are you going to use for this purpose? You have to use Jagannath Dreshkana. Jagannath Dreshkana is the name we are using for this. This Dreshkana is also used in Chandrakala Naadi by the Kerala astrologers for Prashna Jataka. Yes, D3 is to be used, but that is the regular D3, Parashari D3. Okay? These are subtle things, but they make a lot of difference. Okay, now you see, so when we make a Prashna chart, I have what I call a handful of rules. I do not mug up all this. I cannot remember, my memory is becoming weak as I become older. So I have only few rules. I remember the rules. If I can remember rules, everything else will fall in place. 3 things. Lagna, Prashna Bhaava and Kaaraka. 3 factors. These 3 factors are the factors based upon which I give a prediction based upon Prashna. 3 चीज, सिर्फ 3 चीज. लगन, प्रश्न भाव और कारक. For example, if somebody makes a Prashna, now, Yoga. What is Yoga? Yoga means connection between them. Yoga is nothing but connection between them. For example, if the Lagna Lord is in Prashna Bhav, Lord of Prashna Bhav is in Lagan, तो योग हो गया. If Lagna Lord is aspecting Prashna Bhav, Prashna Bhav Lord is aspecting Lagan, that is a yoga. Third is Karaka. If Karaka is aspecting Lagna, or if Karaka is aspecting Prashna Bhav, that is also either one of the two is yoga. If Karaka is aspecting both, it is definitely yoga. Or if Karaka is conjoined the Lord of Lagna and is aspecting Prashna Bhav, that is also yoga. What is yoga? Yoga means coming together of these 3 factors. If all the 3 factors come together, that means the yoga is complete. It will succeed. The Prashna will succeed. Positive result is guaranteed. If none of the 3 come together, negative result is guaranteed. So if out of 3, 2 come together, that's a 50% success. If 1, that is, if you make effort, 25% luck will come. Okay? Okay. Now, let us take a case in which a lady asked me a question about her father's health. She is very worried about her father's health. When she asked me, we made a Prashna horoscope. Prashna horoscope is made for the station of the astrologer. Why is it made for the station of the astrologer? Because the astrologer himself is Samvatsara. You are the Samvatsara. Have you heard of the name Samvatsara? Samvatsara means year. Samvatsara means year. It also means perfect Vedic astrologer. So, when a Prashna is made to you, you are the Samvatsara, you are the representative of Surya. When I am an astrologer and I take a horoscope in front of me, at that moment, I am the representative of Surya. I have to play the role of Ram. If I fail, I will be punished by Surya. So, be very careful when you take somebody's horoscope in front of you. Remember, somebody else is seeing or not seeing, Surya is watching you. ये बात गलती से भी नहीं भूलना. All astrologers will suffer when they have the horoscope in front of them and they do not do dharma. That is the reason why you scratch an astrologer, he is suffering. He is suffering because to that extent, when the horoscope was in front of him, he did not do his dharma. Be very careful. Okay, so what do you have to do? You have to look at the Lagna. You may make all the mistakes, no problems, but do not misguide. Okay? Do not misguide. For example, I have got a mail today. Yesterday it has come. If you read that mail, your blood will boil. Yes, such Vedic astrologers are existing in this country. One lady had come to Chennai. What has been done with that lady by an astrologer? आप पढ़ोगे आपका दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा. करीबन $2,000 तो already done. Oof, unbelievable. What these astrologers are doing? चलिए छोड़िए. Anyway, so when you have the chart in front, first thing you see is the Lagna. Lagna Lord. Number one, is the Lagna afflicted or not? Does the Lagna have Pap Kartari Yoga or Shubh Kartari Yoga? Does the Lagna have Shubha Drishti or Papa Drishti? All those factors about Lagna. Look at the Lagna very carefully. 2. Lord of Lagna. Is the Lord of Lagna in the Karya Bhava or aspecting Karya Bhava? No. Then is it aspecting the Lagna? If Lord, in this particular Prashna, the Lagna Lord Surya is aspecting Lagna or not? Graha Drishti is there. Rashi Drishti is not there. If Rashi Drishti is there, it is very, very good. Graha Drishti is there, because of the Ichha Shakti it will happen. Okay? Because of desire it will happen. If Rashi Drishti is there, whether you have desire or you don't have desire, it will happen. So Lagna Lord is aspecting Lagna. 4th Lord is Mars. This chart which you did just now, Montenegro chart. 4th Lord Mars is aspecting 4th house. Superb. Guarantee success. Why do you have to see more? It is aspecting Lagna also. The yoga is complete. And who is the Karaka of the Prashna? How is Moon Karaka?
Prashna Bhaava.
कारक कौन है? नहीं, प्रश्न का कारक कौन है? What is the प्रश्न about? केयरफुली सोचिए, केयरफुली सोचिए. अथॉरिटी का बात नहीं है, अथॉरिटी ऑलरेडी है इनके पास. टेरिटरी का प्रश्न है. सीधा है मार्स, मंगल है. एंड मार्स इज एस्पेक्टिंग द लग्न एंड द 4th हाउस. होना ही होना है साहब. टोटल. दे आर सोवरेन ऑलरेडी. It is just a question of whether they should merge or they should not. हाँ sovereignty. They should continue in this thing or they should become fully independent, have their own foreign office. Means only one department will come more. क्या जरूरत है? Mars will dominate. Security reasons. For security reasons they will continue. Mars, security. उससे हमको क्या करना? That is good. That is good. That is good. Yes, you are right. Now the Lagna. And Jupiter is also having. That is on the Lagna. So that is good. These are good signs. Very good signs. In one case, I got a Prashna. I was seeing a Prashna. In the internet, we have this list. That girl gave a Prashna in which Dhanu was the Lagna. Shani was aspecting it. And Chandra was also aspecting it. Dhanu Lagna. Lagna is aspected by Shani and by Chandra. By Rashi Drishti. शनि सप्तम में है, दिग्बल होकर के सीधा दृष्टि कर रहा है. 2003-4 का प्रश्न है. शनि वॉज इन मिथुन राशि. प्रश्न वॉज अबाउट अ फादर सेल्फ, वेदर द फादर विल कम आउट ऑफ दिस थिंग और नॉट. डॉक्टर सेड शी जस्ट हैड द हार्ट अटैक इन द नाइट. शी हैज कम बैक फ्रॉम द हॉस्पिटल एंड सेंड द प्रश्न. वी सॉ द प्रश्न इन द नाइट इट हैव रिप्लाइड. इन 2 days टाइम योर फादर विल बी बैक. 2 दिन में फादर विल बैक. एवरीबडी एल्स सेड ए डेंजर, ये वो. 8th लॉर्ड मून इज एस्पेक्टिंग द लग्ना एंड शनि एस्पेक्टिंग लग्ना. 2nd लॉर्ड एस्पेक्टिंग लग्ना इन 7th हाउस. देयर इज डेंजर टू लाइफ. क्या प्रश्न दे आर डूइंग? व्हाट प्रश्न आर यू डूइंग? व्हाट 8th लॉर्ड एंड दिस लॉर्ड? इट इज अ क्वेश्चन पर्टेनिंग टू डिजीज ना, which is the Karya Bhava, 8th house. So if the 8th Lord is aspecting Lagna, it is good. Lord of Karya Bhava is aspecting Lagna.
Would you take the Lagna or you take the 9th house as father?
From the 9th house we will take for father. But if the 8th Lord is aspecting the Lagna, as far as the Prashna is concerned, it is very good. Shani is aspecting Lagna. If the disease, see, it is a very standard rule in Jyotish. If the Prashna is pertaining to disease and Shani aspects Lagna, surely the patient will recover.
Why?
Because Shani is the Karaka.
Shani is the Karaka for the disease and has gone to the Lagna. So does that make the disease worse?
No. The disease will improve. See the rule.
So what would have been, I mean, suppose the answer was to be the disease is not going to be okay. The person is going to get more ill or whatever. So then
Shani will not have anything to do with the Lagna? Not the earth
it's
house?
the opposite of Jataka.
Pardon?
It's opposite of Jataka in this case.
Yeah, because Jataka, see, Prashna is to be used as Jataka if when you are doing a general analysis. But as far as the Prashna is concerned, you will have to apply the 3 rules.
But here the Saturn aspect shows that disease is there as per Jataka.
Yes, disease is there and he is getting cured from the disease.
That is according to the Prashna.
Prashna, because of Prashna. But in Jataka, if Saturn is aspecting Lagna, the person will be very hard working, but he can be diseased also. If Saturn is aspecting 3rd from Arudha Lagna, he will die because of disease. I am yet to see a horoscope, if you can show it to me, where Saturn is aspecting the 3rd from Arudha Lagna and the person has not died from disease. I'll be very happy if you can show it to me. One or two, I'll be very happy. Ram Krishna Paramahansa, even he died from cancer. Saturn aspects 3rd from Arudha Lagna. No escape. I am telling you, there is just no escape from these rules. No matter how much we may break our heads. This is what is called Vidhata lig gaya hai. This is the way you will die. You will die means you will die. That's it. 3rd from Arudha Lagna, it will not fail. Okay?
What was the stuff on the one?
No, this one was just an example. I was giving Sagittarius Lagna, Saturn in 7th house.
And the Saturn aspect in Saturn is in Jataka.
Jataka. 3rd from Arudha. Jataka. 3rd from Arudha. Rashi Drishti. Graha Drishti is desire. Who wants to die? Who wants to? Do you have a desire? If you have a desire, Bhagwan mujhe bimar kar ke maar, tab wo karega. Why would you have such a desire? I do not know anybody who has such a desire. हाँ, शनि अगर लगन को दृष्टि कर दिया तो आपका बीमारी है, बट वो चले जाएगा. In Prashna, provided the Prashna is pertaining to disease. If somebody is asking a Prashna about money, you think my money is stuck, and if I will get the money, and you find Shani looking at Lagna, then either the person is going to get disease or the money will be stolen. You see the difference? Lagna is Satyapitha, that which will happen. Lagna is Satya, truth. It will happen. Yeah. समझ रहे आप? So, if the question is pertaining to money, Karaka for money is Jupiter. But if Shani is aspecting Lagna instead of Jupiter, the money will get stolen. If the enemy of the Karaka aspects the Lagna, he will destroy the Karaka signification. If say, the Prashna is pertaining to disease, and let us say Mangal is aspecting Lagna, and Mangal is not 8th Lord nor Lagna Lord, he will kill the person.
If in this Sanu Lagna his son was aspecting Lagna, then the father was not in the
Sun is not that inimical to Saturn. Saturn is inimical to Sun. Mars is the one which is highly inimical to Saturn. Okay. Shani is the son of Surya. Where you have good health, you will also have disease. That is how it is. Baap-beta relationship. Saturn teaches you to value his father. When you don't respect his father, he says, Acha, you don't respect my father. I'll show you how to respect him. When he gives you one terrible disease, then you sit day and night and do Om Namah Shivaya or Om Suryaya Namah, something will start.
Chosen Prashna, they say that Prashna Bhaava is only a malefic in Lagna. That means it is a test. So, but then won't Saturn here, so who would be the Karaka for test? Saturn or Ketu?
Ketu is the thief, mistake. Ketu is the mistake you made. You didn't lock it properly. If Saturn aspects the Lagna, surely the thief will run away with the goodies.
Health cases, you said the recovery will take place. Because the card
Saturn
is practical. Here, Saturn is not only the 8th house card, but it is also the Prana also from first house.
So that way we are not looking at it. We are looking at it from the point of view of Karaka of the 8th house. Primary Karaka. And also I am taking care because he is the primary Karaka of the 8th house, he will immediately cause the disease to go away. Because that is what he is assuring. Okay, I will remove the disease. But that his aspect normally, when it happened in that case, a remarkable recovery and he was out. Immediately it worked. The question is, what time do you take for Prashna? The time that you take is when you feel like, when you want to analyze it. You feel I should do it. Now, do it now. That comes after. That is where the sadhana angle comes in.
Not when the person asks the question.
No.
Nowadays you have emails. Somebody sends me an email, the email is languishing. After 15 days I suddenly remember the reminder comes, I want to see it. So when I open it, I take that moment. Because I was meant to see it then.
But maybe you open it,
No, you may read it, but you didn't have the time. I'll see it tomorrow, I'll see it the day after. Whenever you want to make the chart, the moment you make the chart, it should be taken as Prashna. Because you are the Samvatsara. It is you through whom the Sun God will give the answer to the Prashna. You must do your mantras regularly for this, Hare Rama Krishna. Because it is very important. If you don't do the mantras properly, the moment in which you are going to click the button to open a chart or you will decide to make a horoscope for the Prashna may not be the correct appropriate Muhurtha. Test. How to find out that you must answer or you must not answer the Prashna. The Navamsa Lagna must be in trines or 7th house from the Lagna of the person who is asking the question. The Navamsa Lagna of the Prashna moment, Prashna chart, must be in trines or 7th house to the Lagna of the person asking the question. Or the Lord can be there. If not, don't answer the question. Simply say, God does not want to give an answer. Close the chapter. Why try? It will not work.
If it is one house a day and then so can we change the time and then see? If we feel like
you will of course feel like it. Question is, am I God or God is me?
What if you don't know?
Am I God or God is me? Very achieved, sir. Very difficult, very peculiar situation.
supposing that person does not know his Lagna, he doesn't have a chart on that, okay? People ask pressure and they don't have a chart.
And then the Navamsa Lagna should indicate the person. You make the chart of the person and see. The Navamsa Lagna will surely indicate the person who is asking. At least, as Samne Brahman Bhatta, the Jupiter must show over there. Something must be there showing the person. If there is nothing showing the person, then how come the...
How do you see the person from the Navamsa?
The Lagna of the Navamsa Lagna is the Lagna of the person?
In that case, already we are doing.
You are in the chart.
And we are already doing the Lagna of the person. It has been trying.
If it has twin trine,
No Lagna.
it has to, yes.
That becomes
Yes, and see whether it fits. Try to say everything about the person from the Navamsa.
but that fits.
If it fits, it's fine. If it does not, then you know that it's not so. You ask 3-4 questions to the person who is getting the Prashna to check whether it is right or wrong. Test कैसे करोगे? You have to test it. If it is fine, then you are satisfied, and then you go ahead. Test करो. बगैर test के don't give prediction. What is the Lagna of the person who asked this question about Montenegro? Why? What is the Navamsa Lagna? So what could his Lagna be?
Or maybe the Mars also, because Mars is also in the Lagna.
No. Navamsa Lagna is what? Navamsa Lagna is Taurus, right? Where is Venus? So what could be his Lagna? It could be Taurus.
Could be Taurus, could be Varga, could be Scorpio, could be Aquarius, Capricorn.
तो उसमें हम वृश्चिक तो added. तो उसमें से strongest कौन सा indication आ रहा है? Are there any planets over there, trines? Which is the strongest? Taurus has Jupiter and Mars, okay. Try to describe the person for me with Jupiter and Mars.
Jupiter and Mars.
Try to describe the person for me. How is this person? Taking Taurus as his Lagna, try to describe. Come on. Taurus, take the Lagna and describe. No, you don't say anything.
No, I'm not. I'm just seeing the red matches.
Do you think he is a very learned person?
Jupiter shows that either learned person or bureaucrat.
Bureaucrat is indicated by Jupiter. Bureaucrat. Jupiter is the last fellow who will go and sit in the government office. Huh? Yes, extremely well to do. Very wise. Not military, but he has very good connections in military. What is 12th Lord in the first house? Expenses. Spends money. Also he has a lot of foreign connections. Can he write well? How does he write? How many children does he have? क्या कुछ नहीं बोल पाते हो यार. How many children does he have? Quickly tell all these things. So then only I will be confirmed that yes, we have. Why he has no children? So Ketu in the 5th means the people will have no children. Ketu is in 5th house. No. You have to say the Navamsa.
5th house is Mercury. Mercury is in the 3rd house.
So? Please tell the Navamsa, okay.
Lagna is Rishabh.
Taurus Lagna.
Is Jupiter and Mars in it. In the Lagna. 3rd house, Mercury, retrogression. 6th house, Saturn and Rahu. Venus, Moon in 7th house. And Ketu 2 and Sun in 12th.
How can you reach the top position? Because you said casing the sun is strong.
Why? This one is reached our British Prime Minister, what's his name? Tony Blair. Taurus Lagna, Sun in the 12th. He reached the top position. But something will happen when he reaches the top position. The condition is there. You will lose your property. You lose the property, you will become Prime Minister.
No, that's in this case.
You buy the property, you lose the Prime Ministership. Peculiar.
That's for this case or for...
Only for Taurus. Taurus Lagna, Sun exalted in 12th. The Taurus Lagna, Kanya Lagna. Property. Kanya Lagna also property. And for Kanya Lagna it is foreign properties. For Taurus it is your own home. Home property. Pakka hai. Pakka hai. Blind आप बोलिए prediction it will not fail. चाहे कितना भी बड़ा क्यों ना हो. Tony Blair lost it. Even he could not do anything.
Don't they have one daughter then?
Yes, he has one daughter and what else? One son and one daughter. 2 children. What is dual son? क्या ज्योतिष करते हैं भगवान जाने. Well, everybody in Taurus Lagna will have 2 children because 5th house is dual sign. क्या करते हो ज्योतिष? That means every fixed sign Lagna must have 2 children. Otherwise they cannot be. Change his Lagna immediately. See? If you do Jyotish like this, then I will say Sanjay Prabhakaran Jyotish. He did Jyotish like this. In one case, the person came with approximate time and date. He changed his date by 3 months. Rectification of birth time. क्या है अक्ल का भूत है ना. फिर एक दिन ऐसे गाली खाया मेरे से बंद हो गया ये सब ड्रामा उसका. क्या है? If you think like this, what Jyotish will you do? Where is the rationality? Fixed sign है, 5th house is dual sign, so there must be dual two children. This is no logic. No way. Tell me a principle. Count from the Lord to the house -1. That is one of the principles. Tell me at least one principle, I will accept it. कुछ तो बोलो. Don't know it. हाँ. Number planets in the 5th house, number planets aspecting the 5th house. From the Lord to the house -1. Actually, aspects I don't take. Aspects is again I say that the likelihood of, because they can be Sishyas also, na?
Whatever taking it from the night house,
No. You can say, huh?
No, Lord is monthly
That is one of them. Planets in the 5th house. That you can do also. No, you can't do that here. No. हाँ? Yes, do the Upapada. बोलो Upapada कहाँ पर है? तो हाँ बोलो Upapada के trine में how many planets are there? 4 planets. And how many are likely to give children? All are likely to give children.
2 planets are there, 9 from US.
Trines.
4
planets are there, Saturn and Rahu, and Venus and Moon. So from the Upapada point of view, he can have 4. Correct.
So I see the 5th house from Jupiter, I can see the 5th house from Jupiter has no planets.
Oh.
Lord, if I take that one and then aspect, there is only Jupiter aspecting it. So 2 planets, Mercury and Jupiter.
This man is known to have exposed the most corrupt people of that place. His job is like that of a bulldog. Extremely determined. Do you see the Taurus Lagna? First description when you see Taurus with Mars in his, he is a bull. You see Sun, how it is now? He is like that. He sees red, he has to see red. Red color he will see, he put his head and charge. That's it. He is like a bull. He exposed all the corrupt politicians. I mean, the politicians are gunning for him. One slip, just one, they will cut him into pieces. Yes. So deadly enemies, you know.
And apart from Atri Class, yes, Raama Saturn.
That is why he's no, not with me. I mean, you have seen him with me. But imagine how he will be to the person when he's exposing their corruption charges. The guy, when he came to meet me downstairs, there were 3 secret police guys with machine guns and all, so that he is not gunned down. How many people want to just कुछ तो accident लगा करके गिरा दो इसको कुछ तो कर दो.
The important thing about him is that he was the leader of the anti-communist movement for whole of East Europe. He started it, and it's because of him that the whole, the East Europe thing is formed. And Jupiter in Lagna is very learned.
Extremely learned person.
He's one of those intellectuals.
Actually, they are a group. Yeah. He heads the group. He is the front for the group of intellectuals, which are actually gunning for democracy in that place, stirring up the place.
That's one of those intellectual revolutionary leaders, but who's successful and can even come to power. One of those. So Jupiter will definitely, is good looking, so that will also show Jupiter and Lagna show the person.
Yeah. So people don't value they value what he says. He talks a hell of a lot of sense. Anyway, that is a Jupiter, you can see that, with Mars, fighting spirit. It fits him.
He will be learned, but yet impulsive.
Very, very impulsive. Actually more bull-headed. Taurus with Mars is complete bull. He doesn't leave them. He doesn't spare them. He can be very... It talks about one minister, I'll give an example. He said, well, how is this person? That fellow. He is nice when he is off drugs. Second top man when he is off drugs. What does he do? करके जाता है office. What is happening in these countries? What is happening to people in power? A fellow who does that and goes to office, what sort of decisions he would take?
Of course, we are looking at this D9 of Prashna, which is not actually his chart.
But it will give us a fairly good idea about him.
But I was thinking you have 7 floors and 8 floors together in the Lagna, and that's not very good.
That is the past. That is the past as far as the Prashna is concerned. Yes, Montenegro depends a lot. Yeah, the past of Montenegro has not been good. They've been fighting a war. Is it not?
I'm talking about him. His marriage. No, I'm not thinking of marriage. I'm thinking of, you were saying Saturn and Rahu, the placement of them, and how he has to be very careful for terrorist attack. And Sun is with Ketu in the 12th house. And Mars is 12th floor and also 7th floor, so it's Mars.
Yeah, which is not good for one. Yeah, 7th and 8th floor together is Mars. So one of his brothers may have been shot or something like that. Yeah.
I think so. You don't think it's a threat to his own life?
No, that is threat to his life.
Huh?
Very serious threat to his life. There have been 3-4 attempts. If you hear some of those attempts, it's a miracle. I've got a horoscope in which the person is cutting through jungles. See luck of how God protects. A mamba, you know the black mamba? Mamba strikes and the person puts his hand up like that. The mamba bites like that. One bite of the mamba, you die on the spot. The mamba bites like this. In the meantime, the person behind him takes the knife and cuts. He's got the big blade, He cuts the mamba. The black mamba is the deadly snake. The worst poison. See, the entire poison is like this. Blue poison goes down his arm. The fellow survives. How? When he put his thing out like that, the mamba's fangs caught him like this. So instead of biting him, the mamba bit itself. No? The two fangs came in front. This is not luck, then what is luck? We'll do all this horoscopes in future. Boliye? No, is that not luck? Huh? Just like that. Oh, what that thing? Huh?
So that means we can strike a bit of only a little bit of poison trickle down.
Trickle down like a blue dye coming down your hand. Huh? Even if he had a little cut over here in his hand here, that poison would have gone in through that. Finished him. Luck. So anyway, so death is a very peculiar thing. Anyway, so we did Prashnas. Okay. So now let us say if there is a Prashna pertaining or Prashna is pertaining to, I have taken a competitive examination, will I pass or fail? Which is the Karya Bhava. She is telling 6th house. Any more opinions? Let me have.
It's to do with education, competition. Just basic education.
Yeah, why is the competition and exam?
For a job.
The job.
Competitive exams are taken for jobs.
Would you not like to take, I think I would like to take 9 house.
No, you have to check one house as Karya Bhava. Only one house here. Yes. Principal house I want to know. Because I am going to do some practice now, asking such questions so that you get used to the Karya Bhava kya hota hai.
Would you take the test? If she's taking it for a job.
Competitive. It's not just a job. It's not how the person, how will I work in my next job? That is 10th house.
Will she get the job?
Whether she will get or not, it's a competition. It's a battle.
But will she get the, okay, so.
If it is, if the question was, will I get the job? Then 10th house.
10th house. But she's doing the exam for next
The
job.
question was, will I succeed in the competitive examination? 6th house. See the question very carefully. Karaka is Mars. Okay. I want to buy some land in my village. 4th house, Karaka? Mars, because Bhumi Karaka. It is still? No, Mars. Mars. Saturn destroys agriculture land. Saturn, when he transits 4th house, agriculture का जमीन नष्ट कर देगा. Saturn indicates, Mars is the department head. Under the department again then our grahas will come. If Shani is with Mangal, that means it is barren land. If Jupiter is with Mangal, it is very valuable land. If Surya is with Mangal, it is a powerful land, like a temple is there on the land or a king's court is near the land, so property value is very high. Surya with Mangal is very high property value. And if it is Shani with Mangal, is 0 property value. Barren land, useless land. And if you have Mercury with Mars, commercial value is high. Venus with this thing, like that you have to see what is that.
Yes, we are talking about the land. We are not talking about the houses.
Ketu. If the question is, I am planning to expand my house and build 2 more stories.
Or buy a ready-made house.
Or buy a ready-made house. Then, house is still 4th house, but the Karaka will be Ketu. So you should know the Karaka for all the houses as well as the grahas who are the Karakas for different things.
Then what is Saturn for? Is it property also?
No,
Barren land, useless property.
Useless. In fact, the description is where there is no artificial feeding to it. In the shloka, there is no nara coming to it. That is the barren land.
जैसे डेजर्ट है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, डेजर्ट को बोला जाता है कि भाई I give you 10 miles in the desert, we tell you please keep it. Even to fence it is a headache. तो फेंस भी खड़ा नहीं रहेगा, क्या करेंगे आप उसको?
Agricultural land would be moon.
हाँ, No. Why did you say moon? Moon rules land where there is water. Naturally, you can grow crops if you have irrigation or you have water in that land. How can you grow crops without water? So that is why moon is a irrigated land, a good land which is irrigated. Mars is land. All land is originally meant for agriculture, for growing trees. Originally, all land was meant to hold trees. Unfortunately, we built houses on them instead of living in trees.
The trees are different from agriculture. Agriculture, we are growing.
Agriculture, they are also happen to belong to the plant kingdom.
Yeah.
We are not growing human beings. मैं वो पिक्चर मैट्रिक्स देखा तो इसलिए तो दिमाग में है.
Because the reason they are giving us because moon rules over grain and rules over agricultural products.
Moon rules anything that is given high premium by human beings. Grains are given high premium by human beings because human beings can eat it. Salt is given very high premium by human beings because without salt you cannot cook food. So the job of the moon is to take a commodity and give it a high premium in human eyes. Water is very high premium. If there is no water coming in a building, the value of the building is not even 10% of its real value.
So water, food, home.
All that is moon. All that is moon. The moment you use the word home, it becomes moon. So long as you are using property, it is Mars. Griha, house, is Ketu. But the moment you say home, it is a premium value. You may have 10 houses, but only one home. Home, Home important hai. Home is the premium for Ketu. Is the moon, Chandra premium. The same building is Ketu for everybody, but for her it is home. So it becomes Chandra premium for her. Chandra is the premium value to anything that is given by human beings. Understand the premium of moon. Moon is the head of Shiva. That means that is the premium value given to anything. It is the icing on the cake. It is a demand factor. The demand factor for that is high. Moon Chandra causes commodities to have higher demand. Surya causes commodities to have lower demand and more supply. If Surya conjoins anything, there will be more supply of that, more production of that. So the supply and demand is Surya and Chandra. Supply is coming from Surya, demand is coming from Chandra. Sunlight, Surya's job is to give sunlight. All the sunlight is nothing but product. It is energy, it is money. All the money is sunlight. All the energy is money. Money has no other value other than energy value. If I cannot buy energy with money, it is better to use that money as toilet paper. The value of money is to buy energy. Whether the energy of a human being or the energy that has gone into the production of a product. Money is truly valuable if it can buy that energy. Clear ho gaya? So Surya is the supplier of all the commodities. Chandra is the demand for the commodity. Ho gaya? Clear? When Chandra is with Shukra in the Navamsa, Navamsa, in any horoscope, what is it that I am giving premium to will depend upon my Chandra position in the Navamsa. I am a human being. You are also a human being. For me, something is more valuable. For you, something else is more valuable. What I am giving more value to will depend upon my moon position in the Navamsa. Sarbani has her moon in which Rashi? In Gemini in the Navamsa. Ask her. Gemini, no? What happens to her when a little book goes away? Ask her what happens to her. Mercury, na? Gemini is ruled by whom? By Mercury. Mercury is Atma Karaka. So if she loses a book, it is like losing the Atma. किसी ने मेरा आत्मा चुरा लिया है. You see the point?
Yeah, I think that's exactly.
You have the moon where?
In my D9. Ninth house.
In which line?
In Varga.
She has got moon in Vargo, in Navamsa, and what is Mercury?
Mercury is up and high.
Oh! If anybody even touches your book by mistake, that's it. They touched your Atma. Yes, yes. Do you understand? What are you giving premium to? Human beings will give premium based upon where the moon is in the Navamsa. So when you want to buy a gift for somebody, see where the moon is in that Navamsa and buy a gift.
Why Navamsa for this? And why not
Rashi, then where will mother go? Where will your blood go? Moon is blood. So next time you want to give anybody a birthday gift, carry a small packet of blood. Should we do that? नहीं ना. तो फिर राशि का फिजिकलिटी का क्या है? We are talking about dharma amsha. Dharma amsha is your preferences. People say you have to see moon in the D9 chart. For what? You have to see it for your preferences. Okay? For example, where is your moon in D9? No. Rashi. I'm not bothered about Lagna. Dhanu Rashi. Acha. Which are the planets aspecting conjoining? Sun, Mercury, Ketu, Rahu. Right. So the sun aspecting the moon will be what? Position, authority. What, as from the point of view of materials? You want anything that is associated with the royalty, with class, with power. Right. Then Mercury, you also have an obsession for books. Huge collection of books you will have. You have a full library of your own. Walls are all full. क्या करेंगे आप? You see what you can do. Rahu and Ketu. Lot of foreign things also he will have. Rahu and Ketu's aspect. Rahu and Ketu are aspecting the Chandra. He will have lot of foreign things. What is Ketu's aspect? ज्योतिष का क्या है? नहीं. Chandra माने what your mind prefers. The preferences. What you like. If Mercury is book, why you did not say mathematics when I said Mercury? या physics क्यों नहीं बोला आपने? Venus is aspecting, you like chemistry. अच्छा, Rahu is aspecting. I want to know what are the goods. In terms of goods. Because if Mercury is associated, then learning is what you want. So learning you cannot get from other than Mercury. Like that? Huh? So the question is, now I ask a reverse question. You got the idea, na? Reverse question. Which mantra is most suitable for a person? From the material perspective, from the material world. Nobody gives up anything in this world. Mantra cannot make you give up anything. You take it from me. If I give you a mantra and tell you you give this up, it will not happen. Let us say Sarvani has got a mad attachment for books. I am giving a small example. Mad attachment for books. If I can give her a mantra which will get all the books for her, she will be happy?
He's talking about the material part of it, not the
Just the material.
material benefit.
I'm talking Navamsa. Just moon. I'm talking of moon, I'm talking of premium, I'm talking of demand. See, when I was talking of sun and moon, demand and supply, I was talking of Varaha made as Brihad Jataka. Brihad Samhita. This whole thing is explained in Brihad Samhita. From Brihad Samhita, I have now jumped to Saravali's moon positions. Saravali is the only one who gives maximum premium to the moon. He says, study the moon very carefully. Without knowing the mind of the person, what are you talking? Study the mind. Mind is everything. Study the mind carefully. So, I was studying the mind. So now I came to her mind. I said, her mind is wanting a book. If I cannot buy the book in the market, then I must give her a mantra. If she does the mantra, the book will come to her. And she will become happy. If the book is lost, she'll become sad. How to find out when the book is lost and when the book is coming? Books will be lost when there are malefic transits or aspects on that Mercury, on the moon. And things will be obtained when there are benefic aspects on the moon. So ultimately, which moon are we talking about? Transit-wise? Navamsa Chandra. The Navamsa Chandra is technically called Chandramsha. It's a technical language. There is a technical language. Please use technical language. Chandramsha. Nadi says, the Sade Sati, Kantakshani, and all those evil things that you study for the material world. Not about death. We are not talking about death. Only material world. Study it from the Navamsa, Chandramsha. Don't study it from Rashi. You will get some results from Rashi, but not much. The correct results you will get from Chandramsha. From the Rashi, what is Rashi Chakra? Rashi Chakra is the physical body. The Kantak, Shani and all those things have to do with the physical health of the person. आप समझ रहे बात? Difference. Chandra in the Rashi chart and Chandra in the Navamsa chart. What is the difference? In one, he is showing you what you want, whether you are getting or not. Right? For example, how many of you have got, let us say, moon, now where is Saturn? Saturn is in Kark. Anybody has moon in Kark Navamsa? Two of you have got moon in Kark Navamsa. Are you having any kind of a mental tension these days?
No, I don't have mental tension. My life has totally changed.
Your life has totally changed after Saturn entered Cancer.
Yeah, you can say that.
Right. Yours? Totally changed. But you are having mental tension. One of the two will happen. Either you say life has totally changed, or you are having a lot of mental tension. It is bound to happen. I am seeing, what did I do? Again, I just asked, where is Saturn nowadays? Saturn is in Kark, no? I asked, how many of you are having moon in Kark Navamsa? That is all I wanted to know. Those of you who will have mental tension or major changes in life.
So in the Navamsa we should see the contraction.
देखो आप इसका जीवन चेंज हो गया आप देखो उसका हुआ मैं खाली एक छोटा उदाहरण आई एम गिविंग स्मॉल उदाहरण आई एम गिविंग जस्ट वन एग्जांपल व्हेन सैटर्न वाज इन जेमिनी everybody said Sanjay you are having fantastic result what fantastic result I'm having I am running here and there like a madman I do not have this thing I am running half the time 4 months here 2 months here na sar na pair na ghar na khana na dwar na kuch good time what is good time what is your definition of good time no you are traveling abroad I said why don't you travel in my place why don't you travel tickets they will send you मरो जाकर के पता चलेगा कैसे हालत होता है वहां पर when you sit in the aircraft and pray to God that before crashing this aircraft give me one dosa then you crash I have no complaints when you pray like that no then you will know how it feels not to get one dosa for 3 months no Indian food वही कितना खाएगा चीज ब्रेड कितना खाएगा पोटैटो चीज ब्रेड बताओ आप So, so you see my point. You must understand that my moon is in Meena in the Navamsa. What I want is defined by the sign Meena Rashi. That is what my mind wants. Whether you give me a big fat book, somebody told me, Sajiji, I got photocopies of Jaimini Sutras printed in so many volumes for you. I said, good. Top secret. Acha. Then as soon as the fellow went away, I said, Acha, this is a top secret thing. First thing you have to do is to make 4 photocopies of this. First make 4 photocopies and finish this top secret, it will become bottom secret. Then we will be able to touch it. 4 photocopies kar diya, ek wahan bhej diya, start reading, start everybody reading. Khatam ho gaya, tension finished. That is my valuation of Mercury. It is not high priority item for me. What is high priority item? Jupiter. What will you say Jupiter is? Yes. You are right, madam. You are very right. I can fight for my sweets. You are right. Knowledge, yes. Where knowledge, where I have to learn something. You have never seen me learning. I have taught you as a teacher. Those who have seen me learning know what I used to do. I can go and sit outside the door of a teacher. He would tell me, come after lunch. 12:30 I'll finish my lunch, I'll go and wait outside. He will be eating, I will hear his sound, unless he is not to be disturbed because he's an old man, Ramchandra Harichandran. Ramchandra Harichandran, Orissa, one of the best astrologers. He could not see those days, very old, now he's passed away. He had an eyeglass. Specs did not work at that age. It was like this. I would hold the glass and take it over the book like that so that he can read the Sanskrit one by one and tell me. I would wait from 12:30 out, sitting outside. It was a door like that and the Nala is there. You know how it is in Orissa. And a small thing. I would sit on that side over there waiting. I'll take a book or something to read and wait. From 12:30 I will wait till 4 o'clock. He will finish sitting, then he will sleep. He will wake up. After he wakes up, he will wash his face and come and open the door. Then from there he will give me time. From that moment he will give me maximum half an hour to 45 minutes. That is how I used to learn. That is my premium for knowledge. समझ रहे आप?
No, but when a special rare books of Gemini is coming, that is also knowledge. I mean, when you are saying maths or books, anybody who is not interested in that will not be interested.
No, I don't have the. See, for me, a book represents aksharas. But a person who can interpret those books for me, I give him much more value because how much time he will save of mine. Imagine if I had to, even you read it yourself. The difference between Mercury and Jupiter is the book and the teacher. Very simple, sir. For me, the Guru is everything. It was so valuable for me. For me, the Guru is everything for me. What else? What are the other items? Forget the Guru as a person. What are the items I'll value? Malas, prayer beads, right? I'm obsessed with prayer beads. Then, pens or any other writing material, for writing purposes. No, pen is not Mercury. The paper is Mercury, the pen is Jupiter. It is the yoga of Jupiter and Mercury, the pen and paper, that produces aksharas, inshallah. Okay? Go on. Further, the ink is Mars. I can go into every detail. What else? Jupiter, you do not know what are the items ruled by Jupiter. The teaching is not something I want. Learning I want knowledge. But for something as an item, a material item. Gold, you think I will like gold very much? No. I don't like gold very much. Gold is more demand in Dhanu Rashi and Simha Rashi because gold has Agni in it. The difference between Pisces and Sagittarius is that gold is more in Sagittarius because gold is having Agni. Pisces is not having Agni, it is having Jala. If you say white gold, yes, I like white gold more. I don't like yellow gold as much as I like white gold. Because it is Pisces, not Sagittarius. फर्क समझ रहे आप? I like more Jala, I like more Shanta. I don't like Tejas. Okay? What else? बताइए. आप देख रहे हैं ना कितना how the Chandra Amsha is so important. The Navamsa of the Chandra is the most important position in any horoscope. Mantras, yes. I'm obsessed with mantras. Obsessed. Last night, every night I go to good sleep I get. When do I get good sleep? If I get one mantra book to read. Yesterday night I was reading this chapter, D3-Jagannatha-Chandrakala Naadi. Chapter, wow, beautiful. Every day night I read one thing like that and I sleep. If I can get nothing like it.
He said flowers, so I said no, you don't like flowers.
No. Flowers, in the material world, flowers are Venus. Flowers are Venus. You got the idea? ठीक है?
There are planets along with the moon.
Yes.
Transfer aspecting those effects are also.
Yes.
Like almost all the planets also move.
Then you have to take a few more births. तो सब कुछ पसंद है, सब कुछ खा जाऊंगा. थोड़ी है. No, it is definitely not good.
Important point which has come up is the Saturn transit in Namash.
I am just giving one.
One can see in the past of how the things are there. Yes.
It is 100% right, sir. 100%. When people told me, Sanjay, you are running Sadhe Sati, moon is in Makar Rashi, I said, what? Somebody told me on my face, you are running Sadhe Sati, you cannot clear civil services. That is the year I cleared the civil service. Saturn entered Makar, I cleared the civil service. First shot. How is it possible? That too, I took a stupid subject like engineering, where you don't get marks. Still I cleared it. Why? Because if my moon is in Meena, Shani is in the 11th from it. You see my point? 11th Shani, Ekadash Shani is good. So, in future, please keep this factor in mind. The Sadhe Sati in the Rashi chart may be bad for your physical body. It was bad for my physical body, as those days I was studying almost 12 to 14 hours a day. When you study so much, it is bad for the physical body. But why will the results be bad? It was Ekadash Shani. ठीक है, clear? Am I being clear? Okay. So I will take that much. The remaining portion, I think Sarbani will cover today. Okay, I will have. No. I've done enough today.
So is there any significance of the Gochar in Navamsa?
Total, I see the Gochar only from Navamsa. What is the value of seeing Gochar in the body?
No, I mean the Navamsa is the transiting planet.
No. Oh yes. That is, but we'll do that some other time. That is very good. No, that is the reverse of this.
We are just seeing what is happening in the Rashi and apply those Rashis into Navamsa. What for Rashi?
Interesting.
ये
ना ये बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है रोहिणी, सबसे इंटेलिजेंट है ये. तो घुमा के पूछ देती है, पकड़ लेती है. हाँ, बताओ. हाँ. My main question. What happened? Did you find out which planet teaches Jyotish? Which planets give Jyotish, can make you a good Jyotishi? Correct, Surya. Mars will make you a good Jyotishi. Ketu, 2. Who else? Mercury, yes, 3. 4. Rahu? Yes, Rahu, 5. Mercury doesn't really make you a very good Jyotishi. It makes you a commercial Jyotishi. I'll be very frank about it. Commercial Jyotishi will become, but not a good Jyotishi. To be a good Jyotishi, these 4 planets are very crucial. Surya, Rahu, Ketu and Brihaspati. These 4 planets are very crucial. One of these planets, at least one, must aspect the Navamsa Lagna or the 5th house or the 9th house, Vash or Navash. Navamsh, I am not even talking of Rashi now. Ability होगा तो आप ज्योतिषी बनोगे, ability नहीं है तो मैं क्या कर लूंगा? हाँ, ग्रह दृष्टि. हाँ, क्या? राशि दृष्टि. राशि दृष्टि. If it is in the Lagna, you are a born Jyotishi. If it is in the 5th house, you will learn in Bhavishya Yoga. Means after some time you will learn. If it is in the 9th house, because of a guru, you will learn.
Venus does not come into it.
We'll come to Venus later. We'll come to the others later. The 4 primary planets I am talking: Surya, Rahu, Ketu and Brihaspati are the 4 principal planets for Jyotish.
The next is if they are in Lagna.
Best is Navamsa. If they are in Navamsa Lagna, they are super. It's not super, it's just that you are born. You are a born Jyotishi.
One of them or all of them?
One, ek kafi hai. When you have too many of them, too much confusion can also come. It is better to have one. That one, I will tell you why. You will just understand 1 minute, I will tell you why. In the 5th house, it will come after some time. Maybe in college days or something, you will just start reading, dabbling, send some emails. Huh? अभ्यास, प्रैक्टिस. वो तो अभ्यास तो बाद में आएगा ना, बचपन से थोड़ी, आपका जन्म से थोड़ी है आपका वो. All Navamsa. And in 9th house, it will come because of Guru. It has to come only because of Guru. These 4 planets should ideally be the number 1. First priority placed in these houses. These 4 planets. Number 1 priority is they should be placed in the house. Number 2 priority 159. Number 2 priority, they should be lord of these houses. Number 3 priority, they should aspect the houses. Rashi Drishti. If it is Graha Drishti, first there are many people who learn for some time and then give up Jyotish. वो भी आपने देखा होगा. आए, गोयल साहब को pester किया, they joined up his course, did the course for 6 months and then ran away. My God, this was so difficult, I didn't know. You have got so many students who have come. Half of them तो गायब ही हो जाते हैं. That is Graha Drishti. Graha Drishti students. We call them Graha Drishti student. वो Graha Drishti 9th house पे आ गया, वो दौड़े आए आपके पास से भाग जाते हैं. और क्या करेगा? What can you do? What can I do? नहीं. Whereas आप देखो जिन का राशि दृष्टि होगा, at least they will keep trying. They will keep struggling. There are many who keep struggling, keep trying. That is Graha Drishti. But if the Graha is sitting over there, he will become a master in no time. In no time he will become a master. Surely. If the Graha is the lord of that sign, then for some time he will learn, then they will leave. Again they will learn, then they will leave. Depending upon the strength of the Graha. If the Graha is sitting over there, you don't have to bother. He will learn. He will have to learn. But if he is a lord, when he becomes strong, you will learn Jyotish. When it becomes weak, you will leave Jyotish. So it all depends. So then you have to strengthen, like wear a gemstone or something. These 4, keep these 4 in mind. Now, what are the other planets? Why? Question is, Sun and Jupiter we understand. Surya is the Jyotisha himself. Surya's another name is Jyotisha. So to that there is no doubt. Varahamira was the greatest worshipper of Surya, and you can see what an astrologer he was. From Jupiter we get what is known as a Rishi. Rishi has the knowledge of Jyotish. So when Jupiter is giving you the knowledge, the rishis will give you the knowledge. Sorry, it is the Brahmanas will give you the knowledge. I stand corrected. The Brahmanas. The Surya is the Jyotisha himself. From Bruhaspati is the Brahmanas or the Guru, he will give you the knowledge. From Ketu is the Rishis. Sapta Rishi come from the Ketu. From Ketu, the Rishis will give you the knowledge, and from Rahu, either the Gandharvas or the Yakshas or such, or Ravana himself can give you the knowledge. Knowledge will come from where? It has to come from somewhere. No? There has to be some source of the knowledge. Knowledge has different sources. Clear? The best source is Ketu. It is Parampara knowledge. It comes from the Rishis. The purest knowledge is that comes from the Brahmanas. That you learnt it in the tradition by sitting with Brahmanas, by learnt it from them. The worst is that of Rahu. The most beneficial for human use is that of Surya. Something may be very pure, but it may not benefit a very large section of people. If you want the knowledge to benefit a large section of people, it must be from Surya. Because Rahu and Ketu are very Gupta grahas. The best Jyotishis are Ketu. Ganesh. The deities. Ketu is Ganesh. The Jupiter will be Sadashiva or Dakshinamurti. Surya is Surya himself. Jupiter is Shiva, then Surya. And then for Rahu it is Sarpas, the knowledge of the Sarpas. The Sarpas have very good Jyotish knowledge. Okay? So these are the grahas which can give. Now let us take different horoscopes and analyze it. Let us start from Aapka first. You are the best. You are born astrologer. देखो born astrologer है. Ketu in Navamsa Lagna in which Rashi? Sagittarius. Okay, now how to test whether this Ketu was strong or not? How was your delivery? Was it normal delivery? Fully normal? क्या था complication? बीच में हुआ था, पर डिलीवरी के टाइम में नहीं हुआ. स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेशन हुआ था और ठीक हो गया. केतु और राहु, when they are very strong in the Navamsa Lagna, the indication will be at the time of delivery they will have to use something like चिमटा, forceps. वो चिमटा से खींचेंगे, जरूर खींचा जाएगा. अगर खींचा गया, if you are pulled by the चिमटा, that means your Rahu Ketu is very strong. समझना ही बात. It is both ways. The delivery will be painful. Because Rahu and Ketu are painful planets. They are not easy planets. Okay? बताओ. So is this, he says Ketu is there and we had a normal delivery. How is it possible?
We should find out because there was a little bit of competition.
पता करो. Okay, next. देखो तुम्हारा डाउट में आ गया तुम्हारा horoscope. Next.
पूछ लेना.
हाँ. धनु. हाँ फिर. There are no planets in Lagna. अच्छा. Aspecting से क्या मिलेगा? छोड़ो. The Lord कौन है? Jupiter is the Lord. So you believe in this knowledge of the gurus and everything. Good. 5th house, lorded by Mars. Aries. Any planet in it? None. 9th house? 159, there are no planets. But Lagna and the 9th house are owned by Jupiter and Sun. So, if you are learning this from a guru, which planet is causing you to learn this from SJC or from a guru? Surya is causing it? 9th Lord? If there is no planet, then you must take the Lord. So, Surya is doing it. So, to learn Jyotish better, you must do Surya Puja. If you do any Surya mantras, your Jyotish learning will improve like anything. Your own ability. See, there are two things. Learning Jyotish and how to develop your abilities of Jyotish. To be a good astrologer. ठीक है ना? So if you do Surya Puja, your abilities will develop. You will become better astrologer. अच्छा, आपका बताओ. हाँ.
Saturn is never debilitated.
So Saturn is not good. Okay, then.
There is no planet in 5th and 9th.
There are no in 5th and 9th house. 9th house is ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is the one who is causing you to learn Jyotish. Which Antardasha did you start learning Jyotish? What?
I don't remember everything. I think it was Sun. Saturn Sun.
It has to be either Sun or Jupiter. Either 5th or 9th lord, right? Check karo. Please check. Make a note that you need to check which Antardasha you started learning Jyotish. And tell me what connection that planet has got with the trines to your Navamsa Lagna and these grahas. Very simple, sir. Work I'm giving. Test karo. Test it in 100 cases and tell me whether I'm right or wrong. हाजी आपका बताओ. वृषभ लगन. मंगल है लगन. हाँ. तो फिर आप ज्योतिष सीख कैसे रहे हो? नवांश ज्योतिष सीख कैसे रहे हो? मुझे ये बता दो, आप ज्योतिष सीख कैसे रहे हो? कौन से ग्रह के कारण आप ज्योतिष सीख रहे हो? आपको गुस्सा बहुत आता है? हाँ, गुस्सा तो मेष लगन से भी आ सकता है. तो मेष नवांश लगन क्यों नहीं होगा? उसका 5th और 9th देखो. सिंह में कौन है और धनु में कौन है?
उसमें शुक्र है.
कहाँ है? मेष में शुक्र है.
मेष में तो
बृहस्पति है मेष में ना, तो फिर वो होगा आपका. बृहस्पति हो तो यू आर डेफिनेटली इंटरेस्टेड इन द नॉलेज ऑफ द ऋषिज एंड साधुज एंड ऑल दैट. See, if there is no, if your Navamsa Lagna is having Mangal in the Navamsa Lagna and Shani in the 5th house, how are you learning Jyotish and all these Puranas and all that? Why you are not learning gunfighting? Why are you sitting here and learning Jyotish? Why are you not in the shooting gallery? फर्क क्या है? What is causing you to learn Jyotish? Correct your horoscopes. Find out from your horoscope that which graha is giving you this ability. Jyotish is a very powerful ability. It's a very powerful tool. Why do you want to develop such a powerful tool? कुछ तो ग्रह दे रहा होगा. मंगल तो ज्योतिष नहीं देता. Then
आपने कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा था कि वो जो वेदों का जो विश्वास में ज्योतिष करता है हनुमान जी, तो हनुमान जी मंगल को नहीं डिनोट करते?
हनुमान जी एज अ फाइटर मंगल डिनोट करते ना. व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ हनुमान जी वी आर रिमेम्बरिंग हनुमान जी जो गदा लेकर के रावण को जय श्री राम किए थे. ठीक है ना. व्हाट वी आर ओनली रिमेम्बरिंग हनुमान एज अ वॉरियर बट नॉट एज अ टीचर. वेयर डू वी रिमेम्बर हनुमान एज अ टीचर? When we remember him as a teacher, then he doesn't have the gada. Gada is down. गदा को त्यागते हैं, वरना पढ़ाओगे कैसे? गदा त्यागोगे नहीं, पढ़ाओगे कैसे? It is not possible to teach. गदा पकड़ के कोई पढ़ाता है? ठीक है ना? There are two sides to him. When he is teaching the Vedas, he puts the gada down. गदा हाथ में नहीं होगा उनका. गदा नीचे रख करके फिर वो हाथ जोड़ करके श्री राम का नाम जपेंगे और शुरू होंगे. तो जुपिटर का रूप हुआ वो, वेद मूर्ति हुआ वो, तो जुपिटर रूप हो गया. वो हनुमान जी कोई भी रूप ले ले. आप गदा हाथ, मैं बंदूक पकड़ करके मैं बोलूंगा नहीं ज्योतिष सिखाऊंगा. हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? पीपल विल रन अवे फ्रॉम हियर. हाँ, हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? बोथ थिंग्स कैन. इट इज नॉट, इट इज, समझ रहे हो ना? मंगल अगर लगन नवांश लगन में है और शनि उसके पंचम में है तो व्यक्ति या तो दंड युद्ध होगा उसके हाथ में या कोई त्रिशूल चक्कू वक्कू रखता होगा. Saturn and Mars are in trines. He is the person who will surely carry weapon. आपके पास कौन सा वेपन कैरी कर रहे हो अभी बताओ? तो फिर क्या है आपको? Why I will accept this नवांश लगन? गलत है और उसको ठीक करो. हाँ, आप लोग सब बैठ करके डिस्कस करके हॉरोस्कोप अपना पहले ठीक करो. हाँ, वृषभ नवांश लगना विद मर्क्यूरी, मेष विद मर्क्यूरी इन इट.
in the fifth there's Saturn,
Huh?
and in the ninth there's Mars.
You are a commercial Jyotishi? Huh? बताओ बताओ.
No, I'm not commercial.
You are not a commercial Jyotish, so फिर कैसे होगा आपका? Which planet give you Jyotish? Where is that planet?
Jupiter is ninth lord,
Huh?
and Sun is fifth lord.
Mercury brought you to Jyotish, is it?
So, Mercury, Mars.
You were in Mercury Mahadasha now?
Then I started learning.
You were in Mercury Mahadasha. Which Antardasha?
I think Saturn. Either Saturn or Jupiter.
You see, the correct answer to your question, to my question is, the Lord of my 5th house and my 9th house is Surya and Jupiter. That is the correct answer. You may have this Shani in 5th house and Buddha in 9th house and all that. But the Lord of the 5th house is Surya and the Lord of the 9th house is Jupiter. So being the Lord of these houses, one of these two will give you Jyotish. Check up which of these Antardashas you started learning. Whichever Antardasha you started learning, that grahas gemstone you wear, it is very good for you. I'm just giving a small example. Because he who is teaching you Jyotish is opening your eyes. जो आंख खोलता है वो तो भगवान है. You see, so that planet is the most important planet. He is trying to show you the truth. उसको पूछो, उसको स्ट्रॉन्ग करो. In my Navamsa Lagna has got Ketu and Shukra in it. Forget the other planets. My Gurudev only told me one thing. Every year without fail Ganesh Puja I have to do with my own hands. No Purohit will come, no Pandit will come. I have to sit down, I have to do the full puja. That was the condition. Very simple the condition. He says this is very simple. You save all the money for calling a Purohit, you do it yourself. You are Brahmin, why can't you do it? केतु मेरा नवांश लगन में है वृश्चिक. उन्होंने तो आंख बंद करके रूल डाल दिया मेरे लिए. एक ही रूल डाल दिया, बस उससे हम सीख गए. अब देखो सब कितने चालाक हैं. राशि दृष्टि से भी बहुत अच्छा. यस, गणेश को करो नमस्कार, देखो रिजल्ट आप. यू विल गेट वेरी गुड रिजल्ट्स. यू बिकम एक्सपर्ट इन ज्योतिष. ठीक है ना. ये 4 ग्रह जो है, वाई दे आर गिविंग ज्योतिष. फर्स्टली केतु एंड राहु आर द कॉज ऑफ बर्थ एंड रीबर्थ and moksha. The question of rebirth and moksha. What is Jyotish all about? Jyotish is a study of rebirth and moksha. The study of rebirth is based upon karmas of the past birth. So the entire concept of karmas of past birth, rebirth, we are talking of Rahu Ketu. That is the reason why Rahu and Ketu give answers to these questions that cause your rebirth. नहीं, मैंने रूल बनाया ना, वो पहला ही बड़ा बड़ा प्याला था ना, मैं बोला नॉर्मल लाना जो उठा सकता हूँ. ऐसे थोड़ी जग भर के ले आओगे यार. नहीं ठीक है साहब, बट यू सी द बेसिक पॉइंट वाज दैट दिस इज वो तो जग भर के ले आता ना स्वामी सर. नो यू सी एनीबडी फॉर दैट मैटर. When that letter start with? बताइए दीपिका जी आपका. लो गणेश जी का कृपा आप पर. और वेरी योर आंसर इज. हाँ देन 9th हाउस में क्या?
9th हाउस में मार्स है. तो मेरा वीनस महादशा में शुरू होता है. वीनस इज माय आत्मकारक. वीनस मार्स की दशा में. वीनस इज इन मेष राशि. और there is a dictum that Ketu in 5th from Karkamsh. So I have Ketu in 5th from Karkamsh and which is affecting Rashi.
Right, so that is how I got it. Okay. Good, you have done your homework. It is important. You have to do your homework and give me clear answers. I want clear answers. Why you are learning Jyotish? भाई कौन सा ग्रह सिखा रहा है आपको? कुछ ग्रह टीचिंग? हाँ Okay? Do you think a lot? All the time you are thinking. Rahu is in Navamsa Lagna. Correct. Jupiter, Saturn in fifth.
Mercury in the ninth.
Mercury in the ninth. So Rahu will give Durga. You worship Durga. Is it? Or should you worship Sarpa? Durga. The correct answer is Durga. Follow Jaimini. Do not follow anybody else. Jaimini never tells you to worship Sarpa Parpa. You worship Durga. If Rahu is there, you will worship Durga. Why? Why are you worshipping Durga? Durgati Nashinyai. Rahu gives you Durgati. Gati, your Gati or your path to God is obstructed because of Rahu. So when you worship Durga, she will break all these demons and she will open the path for you. Am I clear? Durga is the one who destroys the evils created by Rahu. She causes Rahu to become Amar. Rahu को थोड़ा अमृत मिला ना? कैसे अमृत मिला उसको भाग्य में? Because Durga के कारण. Because he is the son of Durga. Okay? So Durga को पूजो. हाँ. जी.
सूर्य भी है, भगवत और केतु और हाउस क्लास फैक्टर है.
So Suraj is main thing. Main is Suraj.
सूर्य
Shiv, only Surya. Just keep doing Surya, nothing else. Master. हाँ जी. So you will rectify and tell me. So it is your Navamsa Lagna is still Chara.
According to one Jupiter Lagna, according to one Lagna,
But no, both way. What do you mean by both way benefited? She doesn't know which one to do now. तो दोनों अगर ज्योतिष दे रहा है तो आप सही कौन सा कैसे ले लोगे? हाँ. इन जुपिटर आंसर दशा. अरे पिकुलियर हो गया. मार्स कहाँ पर है? नहीं, नवांश. Yes, in Ketu's house. Mars is in Ketu's house. Okay, what are the two options of the Lagna? Huh? Achha, the third three. What are the three options? Pisces seems to be most right, no? So far, Pisces is most right.
The current existing one, I think, is existing one is Venus Ketu,
Yeah, that is also, which is not that.
Yeah. This is upper average, which is not exceptional. But she's an accounting, cost accounting,
So that can also be.
only cost the numbers.
That's right. That's the second house. That's the second house. That's the second house. Yeah, but the ability to have, ability to work for that. She's very good. So it will be in second house. Second house is middling ability. Yes, Pisces, which is right. And Mars is in ninth house, so you learn Jyotish from the Gurus. When Mars is in ninth house. Correct. Ninth Lord is Ketu, Jupiter is in Lagna. As such, you are more attracted to all the wisdom of the sages and all that. Not just Jyotish, but the entire knowledge, Vedic knowledge. But you are attracted to it generally. Generally, you like reading about the stories of the Puranas and all that. Yeah, you like entertaining stories. Yeah, Jupiter. Yeah, keep it simple.
But in Venus, evidently she says Venus could also give that. Stories but which are not very intellectual, that is also...
Yeah, but you never get angry, right? You get angry? So if you get angry, then will Mars be in the ninth house? Or will Mesha will be in the Navamsa Lagna? Both are right, You need to...
Why Mars should give astrological or
No, 9th house is the house of the Guru.
Yeah.
So he will take you to the Guru.
Okay, through the
9th Lord is 9th house. So Guru, his job is to take you to the Guru.
It has nothing to do with Mars. It could have been
Any other graha. Bas.
Yes, any other.
Bas. Mars 9th house means he will take you to the Guru.
Through the Guru.
बस सूर्य गुरु ही उल्लर तो उसका काम है गुरु तक पहुंचाना आपको वहां क्या करते हो वो थोड़ी उसका हेडेक है he is given a task to take you till there what you do over there then becomes your karmas graha's job is to take you from point A to point B after that you create karmas by interacting over there and then he takes you from point B to point C there again you create more karmas then point C to point D. So finally, one day you realize, why the hell am I running around from point A, B, C, D, E? Forget it, I'll just sit here. Like Raman Maharishi. I'm not going anywhere, I'm just sitting here. That's it. Samjha na? So the grahas have no influence over them, no effect on them. They can't make them go from point A to point B. No effect at all. It's only when you go from point A to point B will you interact and create karmas. So if you don't create any more karmas, there is the question of rebirth. Including going to the Guru. Going to the Guru is also a sort of karmas, but that is positive karma. You can have positive karmas which will help you in your moksha gati. Quickly you can burn out the negative. हाँ जी बताओ. So you will finalize later. आप बताइए. Jupiter and Sun in 5th house. So what? No, उससे क्या है? 5th house से है आपका. तो जुपिटर 9th को एस्पेक्ट कर रहा है तो वहां से सारा लॉट शी वर्क्स वेरी हार्ड मस्ट बी वर्किंग वेरी हार्ड लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस गुड रोहिणी जी आपका बस सुपर स्ट्रेट क्लियर इन सजिटेरियस फैंटास्टिक नहीं गोयल साहब का तो इन सजिटेरियस she's very choosy about who she's learning with and all that. She's sometimes, she's very choosy. She asks tough questions. Jupiter is there. Perfect student. No, she's perfect. Because Jupiter है ना, you ask. देखो, पकड़ लिया कैसे? हम कुछ बोल रहे थे, पकड़ लिया हमको. अच्छा, what happens if the Navamsa Krishna? देखो, very valid question she has asked. But I had to escape and I escaped. I mean, है ना? खिसक जाता हूँ मैं. सब बताओ आपका.
मेरा सब ऐसा है ना कि सन एग्जैक्टेड 8th हाउस में बैठो और वही नमाज राइज कर रहा है
बस.
और 3rd हाउस में सन है वो
आपका मेष नवांश है. आपका मेष नवांश है, if I'm right. And sun, no, sun exalted in Rashi. The sun is exalted in Rashi, 12th Lord in there.
And 3rd house, sun is 3rd house.
Sun is in the 3rd house, aspecting the 9th house by Rashi. It is the 5th Lord aspecting 9th house, Surya.
And then 5th and 9th, the Jupiter.
आपका Jupiter 4th में है ना?
11th
में, हाँ बस.
And Atri Class sitting in 9th house.
बस.
And your mean, अगर mean केतु लीजिए तो पंचम में.
कौन जी केतु?
केतु जो है, mean केतु पंचम में.
हाँ, पंचम में आता है ना आपका, वो होगा. Your केतु, I am taking only mean nodes. Why are you forcing the true node? हम तो true node accept ही नहीं कर सकते ना. If I accept true nodes, I have a technical problem. It becomes direct for a short while. What do I do? If you see the technical problem with the true nodes, there is a technical problem I have with the true nodes. It becomes direct and then retrograde. Direct and retrograde. That means Rahu can be direct sometimes and sometimes it can be retrograde. If you take true nodes, you must write Rahu retrograde or Rahu direct. If somebody says I am taking true nodes, he is not taking true nodes until he writes whether Rahu is direct or retrograde.
See, Rahu
only for himself you need use.
Huh?
Only for grahan you need use.
yes, that's
Naturally,
only for that.
Grahan is the true node. Grahan is the true node because what is the true node? A true node is an exact position of the intersection of the ecliptic.
And not only that, when Sun and Rahu, when deals with the true Rahu and Ketu, when Sun is conjunct with Rahu or Ketu only, then they are that.
So if you take two nodes and Rahu and Ketu are direct, what difference will that make?
Well, if Rahu is direct, he is no longer Rahu, he is following the sun.
I see, okay. But if you take true known and they are retrograde, then...
If they are retrograde, then... Pardon? Mean nodes are always retrograde. Mean nodes are based upon the premise that Rahu and Ketu must always be retrograde and in opposite direction to Sun and Moon.
So in that case,
Sun and Moon go like this, Rahu and Ketu will go like this. They have to. That is the basic Jyotish principle. हाँ, आपका 5th हाउस में ही होगा सर, पक्का होगा आपका 5th हाउस में केतु. ओम नमः भगवान.
started learning Jyotish myself. Jupiter, Mercury.
होगा साहब, क्यों नहीं होगा? It has to be the planet which gave you that Jyotish was Ketu and Jupiter.
Okay, thank you. Many of these 4 planets are or exalted.
Vargottam.
Mercury.
नहीं, वो अलग हो जाता है, उसका एबिलिटी आपको मिल जाता है.
Ability मिलता है. Suppose somebody has Jupiter exalted.
बढ़िया है, और लगना है तो फिर तो वो तो फिर वेद की तरफ जाएगा ना. ज्योतिष इज अ वेदांग, जुपिटर इज वेद, ज्योतिष इज अ वेदांग, सो दैट इज व्हाई ही इज लर्निंग ज्योतिष एज अ वेदांग. Otherwise, they are more interested in the chandas and the meters and the so many other things they are interested in. It is not just one.
Vargottam also the similar strength they will get or confidence they will get in.
Oh yes. Yes. That ability of the graha becomes very strong. For example, if Surya is Vargottama, the Atma is very strong. If Chandra is Vargottama, Mana is Atma badi balwan hai wo. Strong. Don't give up easily. You are very strong in your position. If Jupiter is Vargottama, tremendous knowledge. So like that. Depending on which graha is Vargottama. Okay? Do you know Sanskrit? Little bit. सीखा है आपने फॉर्मली संस्कृत सीखा नहीं सीखा है? जो आप पढ़ सकती है, मध्यम पढ़ सकती हैं. हाँ, संस्कृत का आपको जरूरत है पूरा पढ़ लेती हैं आप.
No, like it is, we give you a whole shloka or something, written in Sanskrit, can you just read it? Even if you have not read it before.
Yeah.
I'm saying I can take it up and read it.
Yeah, she can break it up and easily read it, no problem with that. She can do that. That's spices Navamsa. It has to be. Mean Navamsa note kar lo.
I have discovered
क्या?
in 3rd chapter, Maitri Chakra, then he has said that these planets are Surya to these planets. And these planets are Mitra to these planets. These planets are Sam and these planets are Shatru. And he has repeated the word Surya 4 times. Then I thought that this cannot be a coincidence. Surya and Mitra are meaning something else. So I made the chart. So what I have discovered, the planet who represents they, whose friends are called Surya. So they, friendship is same, but they are called Surya. Then he used that same term in the 6th chapter, that when a planet is guarded and affected by Surya, it makes a Rashi.
सुहृदय बेसिकली मीन्स जो अंदर से सहमत है. दोस्त सर
जीव का और आत्मा का कोई ईश्वर नहीं हो सकता. तो देह का ईश्वर हुआ. चंद्रमा, मून और शुक्र शनि का उन्होंने सूर्य था और उसको 6th चैप्टर में जाकर किया. प्लैनेट इज गार्डेड एंड एस्पेक्टेड बाय सूर्य, इट मेक्स अ राशि.
Exalted.
Aspected by Surya. It means that Chandra, Moon, Venus and Saturn can give a Raaja or internally.
Yes.
Mercury and
Moon and Venus are the main planets for Raaja.
And generally Sun can give status.
Correct.
Not Raj Yoga of that order.
Correct.
See me,
You can be the top minister, but then you will become humble farmer when you retire. तो वही वाली बात होगी. चंद्र शुक्र what? Mariela, your chart. Your Navamsa.
Okay. So Jupiter is aspecting the ninth house. Varga Krishna. Sun is aspecting Varga Krishna. I have 3 planets in your ninth house. And your has got Lagna.
No, my question is, of these 4 planets, are any of them in 1, 5 or 9 or lords of these houses?
Sun, Rahu, Ketu and Jupiter. Are they either in 1, 5 or 9 or lords?
No. They are not. She is a giver of Krishna.
But then she is involved in Jyotish all the time.
So which planet is giving the Rashi Drishti?
Jupiter is giving Rashi Drishti to the ninth and Surya is giving Rashi Drishti to the Lagna.
Right. So it is Jupiter who is giving Rashi Drishti to the ninth, which got you good teachers who taught you Jyotish, and that's how you learn Jyotish. Right? Okay. When did you start learning Jyotish?
I don't know the answer.
Check up on that and... Okay. Clear? Okay? So, 4:30.
The significance of the aspects. Any one of the kinds or all the kinds?
Depending, they are different issues. If it is in Lagna, it will happen naturally from childhood.
Because almost all the planets, most of them will be aspecting something or the...
Good. Aspecting means what? There is a chance that it will happen.
All 9 planets are aspecting something or the other.
Right? So there is a chance you can get moksha by getting all the abilities of the grahas. But unfortunately it will not happen because you do not have the energy to take all that ability. The learning capacity you need. 1, 5 and 9 shows the 3 ways to learn. 1 from childhood. Right? What to do? Now you are already grown up, you cannot go become a child again. What you learnt is learnt, remaining next life. Okay? Then 5th house is what you can learn by abhyas, by practice. Without guru. 9th house is what you have to learn with a guru. Without guru you will not get that knowledge. You will not get that knowledge. Don't think that simply because the planet is in the 9th house, you will get the knowledge from the planet like that. You need a guru, otherwise you cannot learn. That knowledge will not come to you without a guru. Okay?
The planet aspecting the 9th will also show
You will have to have that knowledge from a guru. Without a guru you will not get it. The condition is applying. 5th house is by abhyas. You have to work very hard to get that knowledge. For practice you have to work and then get the knowledge. Lagna, it comes naturally. You already got it. If the graha is sitting in Lagna and is in strength, surely it will make you superb. Okay. Now. Pardon? बताओ आपका. Very good. Sun is in 3rd house. Goelji and I have a small debate on his Navamsa. He says he is Mesh Navamsa. I don't agree with that. He is not at all aggressive. I have never seen any aggression in him, not even worth 10 paisa worth of aggression. Sometimes I even provoke him. Thoda to some anger. There is no anger in him. How can I? Who will accept his Mesh Navamsa? He insists upon it. He has done his calculation. बताओ तो, do you accept him as Mesh Navamsa?
No.
Impossible. Chalo, anyway. That is a debate, this is a never-ending debate.
For both of them.
Huh?
You are Sun in 3rd house.
But Sun in 3rd house has got what? No, that is only graha drishti. Means you will learn for about 2 months and then you will go away. Maybe it will happen, we don't know.
But Jupiter is in the Navamsa Lagna.
हाँ?
Jupiter is the Navamsa Lagna.
तो जुपिटर इज नवांश लग्न. कहाँ संस्कृत आता है तुमको? अच्छा,
श्लोक
4 साल.
श्लोक पढ़ सकते हैं?
Can you read a श्लोक? Yeah, अच्छा.
नहीं, मुझे पता नहीं. नहीं, आपने इसको एक श्लोक दिया था, उसी को उच्चारण करा लीजिए.
हाँ.
तो जुपिटर लग्न में नहीं हो सकता.
No chance. No chance. No way. Jupiter in Navamsa Lagna, the person will pick up languages like this. Vachaspati. That is the meaning of the word Vachaspati. You take any person with Jupiter strong in the Navamsa Lagna. Languages come easily. They are not troubled by words and languages.
But I'm very good in Sanskrit, so I used to get more than 90 marks for that.
वो तो ठीक है यार. Like me being very good in biology, I used to get 80% marks. अब अपने लाइफ में I have never even cut a frog like that क्योंकि पाप चढ़ेगा. I was very good in biology. How did I become good? Oh, उसका जो है उसका I've given the horoscopes. My biology teacher, her horoscope, her baby's horoscope, her husband's horoscope, everybody's horoscope I have done. I got highest marks, 80%. She only did the dissection. When she did it, how can she give herself bad marks? She did good marks to herself. So that is no argument that I got so marks. ये कोई कारण नहीं हो सकता. नहीं, जुपिटर जिसका नवांश लगन में होगा, भाई आप संस्कृत में आता. How is it possible? It is natural. It should come naturally to you. नहीं यार. I'm not sure about this navamsa lagan. What is the other option if you take the navamsa lagan slightly back? Where what is the planets in the 12th house? Moon in 12th. Do you like singing? Do you like in the evenings? Do you like to relax, go out with friends? Taurus में moon exalted है ना? हाँ, वो सही है, बता रहा हूँ. Relaxed, cool. Yes. Easy going. Correct. That is the moon. I know the moon. It's a very good graha. Very social planet. You like friendship. You like social this thing. You care a lot about social, family. वो सबका लिए बहुत care करते हो. That is Chandra. I know Chandra. That is your nature. उसका नाम सब ठीक करो. What you have got a whole list now. You are supposed to be sharing knowledge and correcting your Navamsas. Navamsas now should be corrected. By now you should know. Then by now you should have already learnt about Navamsas. Talk with each other and find out. ठीक है ना?
Yeah, we haven't come to, we've been discussing this chart, but we haven't come down to Navamsa. Done Vidya's Navamsa quite a bit. Yeah. And with him we've done other parts of his chart, but not the Navamsa. But he didn't include anything in mind. Yeah, that's the idea.
For that he has to, because someone has to write about his own.
Even when we were discussing, even last time we've done his chart quite a few times, but we've not touched upon Navamsa.
I think you should work on your Navamsas more here. You should. The idea of this lists and all is to at least exchange some mails. Spend a little time, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just analyze. Even when you analyze your chart, when you work on these things, it will surely help. Surely it will help. Okay? Okay, so this is what I had to share with you all today. I have just 1 hour I thought I will do, but I have taken more than that, almost 2.5, 3 hours I have done. Okay? Remaining Sarbani will do. And little bit, no, you can just discuss your Navamsas. I want you to be sure about all the Navamsas before you go. Next class I will be doing, what do you want me to do? You tell me what you want me to do. See, people don't come with questions. Okay, do you have any questions? Any question generally which you have a problem with?
In analyzing the chart, Navamsa regarding marriage, how would you conclude a person has 2 marriages?
It is very simple. Very simple.
I can compare to see how to see that you have explained and you have tried it. But whether the chart has the potential, has a capacity to get married again.
Very simple. Very simple. अच्छा, देखिए, marriage is from the 7th house.
Correct.
In the natural zodiac, who is the Karaka of that house?
Venus.
Second marriage is seen from 2nd house.
That's true.
Who is the Lord of that house and Karaka of that house? Venus again. So you see, the whole game is that of Venus. This whole game is Venus's game. Venus is a very peculiar planet. From where Venus sits, he damages the 6th house from it. Okay. So, if Venus is in the 2nd house, that means what is going to happen? This person will like 7th house very much, but will not be able to marry. Because Venus will decide whom you will marry.
Where is the first, second or third?
जो भी है, किसके साथ शादी होगा? आपने किसी को, I know one case of a fellow, very decent person. He loved one girl very madly. He came to me literally for 4 years, 3 years he was after me, कि इसके साथ मेरा शादी करवा दो. You know all the mantras, you know everything, just I do not mean bad to her. I do not mean anything, but I like her very much, I want to marry her. To the extent that I even called the girl, I talked to her, I wanted to know why. She heard everything. She said, Bhaiya, everything is fine, but somehow I cannot marry. For marriage, it's a different way. I look at this person as a brother, how can I marry him? Have you got a problem? He's a very decent person. Yes, he's very decent. He's got good money, he's earning well, everything is fine. But I cannot marry him. It is not possible. I cannot look at him like that. It will become a serious problem. His Venus was in 2nd house. You see the problem with Venus in the 2nd house? The first one is 7th house. It will always cut. So when Venus is in 2nd house and Mars is also in the 2nd house, the 7th house has had it.
This is the Rashi chart or Navamsa?
Just Rashi or Navamsa, whichever Varga you take. Okay. We're talking of marriage and relationships. No? We're just talking of Lagna now and 7th house. In the Rashi chart and in the Navamsa. In the Rashi chart, you can still get over it. In the Navamsa, you will marry and then get out of it. See the difference between the two. In the Rashi chart, you may not marry. You will lose that and then you will come to the second one. In the Navamsa chart, if it happens and the Rashi chart is showing a good marriage in the first one, the marriage will take place, but then you will break it because of Navamsa. You see the difference between the two? Navamsa is showing how the marriage will go on. Rashi is showing whether you will marry at all or not, whether your physical body has to sit in a marriage place and get married. Your mind, you may have married her 10 times in the movies, but if you physically don't go to a church or a temple and sit down and do the entire ceremony, you are not married to the person. So the physical marriage is coming from the Rashi chart, whereas the mental marriage is coming from the Navamsa chart. What is dharma really? Dharma is in the mind. If in my mind I don't accept somebody as a spouse, then what will you do? Dharma has to be accepted in the mind first. It is called acceptability of something. So if the Navamsa, see my abilities also, is a state of mind. Abilities your mind knows. If you are good in mathematics, your mind is good in mathematics. Do you see my point? So basically we are talking of two situations. One in which the body is accepting a situation, and two in which the mind is accepting a situation. Often the Rashi chart can prevent marriage completely, but the Navamsa had wanted it very much. But if the Rashi chart gets the marriage going, sometimes often people are forced into marriage situations and they get married. The Navamsa chart doesn't want it. It is just a question of time before it breaks. So that is the difference. We need to see 7th house in Rashi as well as Navamsa.
So if that is in the 2nd house, then it transfers to second marriage.
No, because the 2nd house is going to break the first one and then...
But breaking is there, but would that result into second marriage also? The person who has the divorce already and is past from age still wants to know whether still he can remarry second time.
Very simple. See the second Upapada in the Rashi chart. See the 2nd house in the Navamsa chart.
Second house from the Upapada.
No. Second Upapada.
Second Upapada. Or Upapada because
Second house.
In the Rashi chart, there must be Upapada which got the first marriage.
Yes.
After that you see the second Upapada is the 8th from this Upapada.
Second Upapada. You will take second Upapada.
Yes. Third Upapada, 4th, 5th, 6th, मैं तो कितना जाता हूँ? आज सवेरे 4 किया, 4 Upapadas, 1 person, 3 times married. ऊपर आएगा ही आएगा, पक्का आएगा भैया. हाँ पक्का है. No, Upapada to 8, any of the 8 types of marriages.
All 8 types of marriages. So the second Upapada you will take from where?
From the first, 8 from the first.
8 from the first.
Let us say somebody's first Upapada was in today morning. House story, house confuses, Rashi, Mesh Rashi, let us say. ठीक है ना? So second Upapada will go to Vrishchik. Third Upapada will go to Mithun. Fourth Upapada will go to Makar.
So it is
Yes, 8 from 8 from 8 from 8. Simple. Simple, 8 formula.
So I'm getting the original Upapada from the Rashi chart.
And we're going 8, 8, 8 for each. So when I'm seeing the Upapada, as I see each Upapada to see the Maya of the marriage. It is all Maya, Mandap and also Sara Maya hai. What is more important for me is to study the Navamsa. I must start first marriage, 7th house from Navamsa. Second house will be second marriage. 9th house is third. 4th house is fourth. 11th house is fifth. Like that I must go on. Navamsa, I'm not bothered about the Upapada right now. Navamsa Upapada has a different meaning altogether. I'm not bothered about it right now. The Upapada of the Rashi, because the Maya is in the physical world. If there is nothing physical, then what Maya are you talking about? You say that this glass is Maya. What does it mean? Am I dreaming this glass, or this glass is actually there physically? Physically it is present. So Maya is associated with the physical world. Maya means something which is associated with the physicality, but which is not permanent in its existence. If it is permanent in existence, then it is not Maya.
So does it corollary mean, are we deriving that in the divisional charts we are not taking auroras?
Auroras are nothing but manifestations of the mind. For example, when I ask, Sanjay, get me a glass of water. Why am I not getting water in this cup? Why am I getting water in this glass? Because my mind is accepting this shape of this material as glass. The word glass means this and not this. This is cup. So the arudha of this is an image in my mind. So first when you told me, Sanjay, get me a glass of water, I first got the glass of water in my mind and gave it to you. And then in the physical world, I am only copying it. The water I have already given you in your mind and you have drunk it. But in the physical world, I am copying it. The action takes place in the mind. What we call a Manasa Puja. Manasa Puja must take place before I do a Sharirik Puja. Offer lamp. My mind has already done this. But now I have to go get a lamp, put ghee in it, put that, like that. My body is only copying what is there in my mind. What is there in the mind is the Varga. What is happening out here is the Rashi.
So therefore we only see the Rashi. Already just take place the Varga.
Because the Varga is a different issue altogether. I am not confusing. So this, I am seeing Upapada in the Rashi chart because we are talking of a tangible wife. You are getting married to a physical wife. Let us say, can you marry Cleopatra? You heard of Cleopatra?
Yeah, what would that do?
Why you can't marry her? Why?
Only the mental, not in the physical.
Right, she doesn't have a body to get married to. Right, you need a physical existence. So we need Rashi chart. Am I being understood? Am I clear? So when we say that somebody is the president of India, so what? He has got a table and he has got a chair. What did he get? Did he get some kind of a special thing to sit on? When he became president, Abdul Kalam ji got what? He got a table, he got a chair. और क्या मिला उनको? हाँ, घोड़ा गाड़ी मिला. हमारे पास घोड़ा गाड़ी नहीं है. I can buy घोड़ा and गाड़ी. So then he got the best address in town. Right. Okay. What else? Those are all associated with the Arudas. It is a game of the mind. It is a game of the mind. But in reality, what did he get? He just got the table and this thing. That house he doesn't own anyway. He doesn't even decide what are half the things in that house. How much does he have to say? The baboon, do you know that a big monkey has to be, a man is there to take it around the garden every day so that the small monkeys stay out? Can you say no to that? No, he can't. He's the president, he can't do that. Because his security will be at stake. Then people could put bombs on the monkeys and send them inside. You see, there are so many issues involved. So when we talk of these things, what is the president? Wahi to table, wahi chair mila hai. So the Arudha is manifested in the minds of the people. The Arudha is riding the mind of the people. If you become president of India, everybody in India will know. If you become president of some XYZ company, how many people will know? So Arudha is strong when it rides more minds. Arudha is weak when it rides a small mind. Question of Arudha means what? Kitne ke sar pe chad raha hai? It is not riding anybody else, it is riding your own mind. A little tiny space of my mind I have given to that name Abdul Kalam. Why did I do that? It was not necessary. That space should have also been taken by Om Namah Shivaya. So, that is the reason why, to get out of this entire Arudha, only one way you can get out of the Arudha is to go away from this samsara. Sit in the Himalayas on top, close your cave, forget newspaper, even human beings can't exist, no mobiles work, nothing. Sit and do all that. The Arudas are finished. Somebody is president or somebody is chaparasi, how does it matter to you? When it doesn't matter to you, then you are ready for moksha. So long as it matters to you, you are not ready for moksha. Because that is the asat within you. Arudha is asat, it is not truth. Because it is asat, that is why you are not ready for moksha. You think it matters to God, who is the boss of this whole universe, as to who is the president of India? God, it doesn't matter. Firstly, God will say, how many countries are there in this world? He won't even have time. He'll just call, hey Yama, you are in charge of the department. First tell me, how many countries do they have these days? Yama will say, which year we are talking about? 2006. Okay. 10,000 years back, probably they had so much, I need to send somebody. Chitragupt, go and find out how many countries they have nowadays. वो तो records पता नहीं किस जमाने का रखा है. So, how many countries are there? Why will one country's president be more important than another country's president? God has no reason not to be biased towards his children. So they are all equal importance. The president of Timbuktu and president of India are the same in his eyes. So आप देखो, person who is indulging in this asat, in this arudha, moksha is impossible. Impossible. So then you got the manifested arudha from the physical body and the mind, how it plays. This cup is there on my mind. Everything that we are seeing physically, red cup, Nescafe is written like that, everything. This whole picture, three-dimensional picture, with color, with feeling, with smell, strong smell of coffee, all that stays in my memory. Everything stays in my memory. That is the arudha in my Varga, because my mind is the Varga. All the Vargas are in my mind. They work through the mind, memory of the mind.
Varga also will take arudha.
Yes.
Arudha Lagna for 10th house.
Yes. Arudha Lagna is your image at work.
Yes.
For example, I may have a very good arudha in Rashi chart, but a very bad arudha in my D10. In my D10, I've got Vrishchik arudha. In my work, what was my image? You go ask the people out there. बोलते थे इसके साथ तो बात नहीं करो तो बेटर है. Vrishchik arudha. I would not talk to anybody. I would sting them. जो भी आया. That is my job. Discipline. What is the work of somebody in charge of discipline? You have to become Sarpa. So you see my point. So the arudha is different in different places. What is my arudha in my D24? What is my arudha in my D20? So different arudhas I will have different images in different places. My image in my work will be something, my image at home will be something.
Same person has a different image.
Yes.
In the family, in the society, in the office, among the friends.
The casual this thing. In different Vargas of life, you are having different image. That is different arudas you are having. Somewhere it is good, somewhere it is bad. Sometimes something is going up, something is going down.
What about Uppad? How do we take Uppad in our timing Varga, same D9? Do we take Uppad?
नहीं देखिए, for example, उपपद जो है, उपपद, why D9 में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. What about उपपद in D10?
How your colleague will perceive.
Why did you say colleague?
No, how your wife would be.
Somebody is, let us say somebody is not.
The associate where you work or workplace.
So you seem to, you must have somebody who you are having upapad in office. One upapad in office, one upapad in home. Kya baat. Look at this, huh? No. Upapada is only in the Rashi chart. In the D9 chart, it is Vyaya Pada.
That's the point which I want to
As far as your wife is concerned in the mental level, she is expenditure.
That's the point which has to be.
You must, in the D20, the same wife will become Gaunapada. If she does not sit, your puja cannot be completed. Some of your pujas, especially pujas to Indra, Shiva will still take your prayers. If you are married, you cannot, Vishnuta will take anybody's. Your single place, you will take it. Oh, to Hariya hai. But there are some deities, like for example, if you are married, you cannot be worshipping Shiva alone. You have to worship Shiva with Parvati and you have to sit with your wife and do the Abhishek. If your wife is not there for some reason, you have to put Pratima into it. Ashwamedha. Any Agni sacrifice, any of the Yajnas, any of the Homas, if your wife is not sitting next to you, it is Khandit. So in D20 she is Gaunapada. So this is a question of which division of life we are talking about.
Very good. This is the point. Very good.
The same person is having different value. In D10 she is 0. If she comes to your office, your work is gone. I am telling you this truth today. You take any great worker. If his wife has stand up in his place of work, he cannot work over there at that moment. He is a different personality, he is confused. You take it from me. Nawab Mansur Ali Khan Patodi, the Indian cricket captain, he would hit a century every time he went to bat. Half a century. Smash. What style. His to-be wife would go and sit in the stall, wave to him, he would wave to her, style, ready, bat, first ball is gone, he is walking out. Not once did he make even one run. You see his cricketing history. Every time his wife would come and sit over there, 0. Why? Vyayapada. No, D24 is not a material world. In the material, the workers which have to do with material, she becomes Vyayapada. In spiritual, she is Gaunapada. Right? She is. D16 it is very important, Kalamsha it is very important, D20 very important, D24 also very important. In education matters, she is your best friend. There can be no better one to learn with than your wife. You learn any subject with your wife, you will learn it like that. Right?
What about D9?
D9. So she is VVIP, but she is Vyayapada. Vyaya है, सीधी बात है. उसमें गौन का क्या है? वहां पे स्पिरिचुअलिटी क्या है? There is nothing called spirituality over there. उसमें किस चीज का स्पिरिचुअलिटी आपको D9 में? D20 में ना?
ये जैसे उपवर्ग होता है कि first, second, third.
हाँ.
Supposing somebody is engaged for a short while, and if the engagement breaks off within a month or two, is that considered upवर्ग?
It can be. No, it can be. I've seen. देखो पहले जमाने में क्या होता था? They did not have any contact at all. किसी ने आकर के तुम्हारा शादी पक्का हो गया तो वो मेंटली तन मन से अर्पण हो गए। आजकल के जमाने में थोड़ी
तो आजकल की बात कर रहे हैं।
Yeah, like, somebody is engaged and the engagement breaks off.
But often it has happened that in that engagement period they have dated, they have gone out together, they have spent time together. बहुत कुछ है।
It has been just for a month and it is still not so far.
Depending.
If during that time one of the 8 marriages have been there, then already the father has been formed.
One of the 8
marriages.
वो कंडीशन है।
वही मैं लगाना चाह रहा हूँ।
One of the 8 एक केस मेरे पास आया। To take this case, I have got this case in which boy and a girl were got engaged. It happened in London. They had a beautiful engagement. It was a big talk. The date of marriage was fixed. They were going to see the house into which they must shift after marriage. Okay. Now, when they went and saw one particular house, its value was very high and the girl wanted it. The boy said, okay, just means some more loan and this and that. Both of them were sitting and debating and all that. And so the guy was carrying some drinks, so they just poured something, some soft drink or something he poured to her. Next she remembers is that she fainted. She couldn't remember exactly what happened. She broke off the engagement. She said, this guy raped me. And a person who rapes is not good. This guy says, I didn't do anything. You fainted for reasons I don't understand. And so I got you back home immediately. I called up everybody and got you back home. बताओ क्या करोगे आप? Just see the case, and of all the things, the decision was decided whether the marriage will be there or it will be broken based upon my word. Whether I say that she was raped or not raped by this guy. Can you imagine what kind of? Oh my God! No, I looked at all of their charts, everything. I said, I did it properly. And I gave her an answer. They are not married. They know I told them. The boy had, of course, done something wrong. The girl was telling the truth. But the question that is debated here is, when the husband and wife know that, when the parents know that these two are getting married, number one, they are living in a permissive society like London. You don't want them to have any physical relationship or anything like that. Then why do you allow them to go out and see house together and things like that together? You allow that and then something happens and you say that this fellow did like that. What is this answer? But anyway, I had to be very truthful. I told the truth.
No marriage.
No, she was very clear. She says it shows the nature of the person. It's not a question of right or wrong. It shows the nature of the person. What is the nature of this person?
I think the first year will continue.
First year is over.
Over. That's what I was saying. Because mentally she had perceived that.
They were going to see the house. The whole incident happened in that house which they were going to buy, not yet bought. बस UL वहां पर हो गया. But mental ऐसा है. You have to differentiate between A7 and UL.
Okay. A7 and UL are two different things.
In A7 it is a contractual agreement, whereas in UL it is a mental. I accept this person as a husband. She had, at that point of time she had, and then that incident happened, and that incident caused the breakage of the marriage. Mentally she had accepted him as husband. They were going to see the house for marriage. It's a very dicey thing. That's why I said it's a very, very dicey thing you are. Who can understand Maya? It's a very difficult case. You need a very strong Jupiter to get over it. The planet which really helps you to get over this AL and UL and all that is Jupiter. Because who else, when the moon stole Tara, the entire battle is for Tara. Tara is with the moon in every horoscope. Tara has to shift to Jupiter. If Tara shifts to Jupiter, you are on the path of moksha. फर्क यही है. तारा अगर चंद्र के साथ है तो आप झूठ और माया में हो, चतुर्दशी दोष लगेगा, अमावस्या दोष लगेगा, प्रतिपद दोष लगेगा. Means on Chaturdashi you will die, on Amavasya you will burn in hell, on Pratipad you will take birth again. This is the truth. This is the truth of rebirth. What is rebirth? You will die one day. When do you die? Chaturdashi indicates death. Krishna Chaturdashi means death. Mrityu. Marana. Krishna Chaturdashi. Symbolic expression of death is Krishna Chaturdashi. That is why on Krishna Chaturdashi you do Om Namah Shivaya. Why do you do Om Namah Shivaya? Because it is Marana. Then after that, Amavasya. You are boiling in a pot. When you are boiling in a pot, that time Shiva is in dhyana. Ma. You cry out for your mother, Kali. She is the only one who can come and save you. And then, Pratipada, you take birth again. You atone for your sins, you take birth again. After that, Dvitiya, the new moon will appear, you have taken birth. That is the symbolic expression of rebirth. That is why these tithis are dosha. Why is Krishna Chaturdashi dosha? It is called Marana dosha. Amavasya dosha, Papa dosha. Pratipada dosha. Pratipada is really not a dosha tithi. It is for pratikar. Pratikar. That means you are doing things to get over your sins. And Dvitiya, you take birth. Just like that. When Tara will leave Chandra, you are out of this cycle of Chaturdashi, Amavasya and Pratipad, and you have gone to Jupiter. Jupiter, there is no such program. There is no question of rebirth. There is a big meaning, spiritual implication of this. Okay? Going to be clear? Interesting? Okay.